Yep.
Okay. We're up?
We are getting there. 1 second. You're up. We are up.
All right. All right, we're up. Good morning, everyone. If you're listening later, hello. Kirk Mayhan Show brought to you by Barstool Sports. Smash that button like you fucking mean it, like you own it. Smash the fuck out of that. Right, Mick?
That's right.
Yeah. Did you read Wikipedia on how to produce a podcast? Like you read Wikipedia on the Vegas shooting?
Certainly did, sir.
Good. All right,
Certainly did.
Glad to hear it. Average Mick is here. Dave Colony is on mic, right?
Nope,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We have 4 mics.
How do we have four? What the fuck?
Well, this is what we always have.
We wanted to make room for Andy Mayo.
Andy Mayo is here. Yeah. Disgusting as always. Mike
morning.
Geary is here.
Hello.
Busy week. We got shows next 3 days. Clemmer and tomorrow with Montante.
I'm bumped for the Clemmer episode.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think we've had that for you.
I understand.
I know Colony has it for your pathetic defense for him. Jeez, the poor guy.
I don't think so.
No?
Water off a duck's back with this guy.
Is that right?
He doesn't give it. He's like Michael Scott after he handed in his 2 weeks.
Oh, he doesn't care?
Oh, he's
I know.
throwing
I
paper planes around the office.
I can tell he doesn't care. Trust me. But that's good. And Beyond Average Mick, a bunch of people reached out to offer to produce the show, and I saw Mick did that. So Mick is here. How's it going, Mick?
It's going really well. I have a question. Why did you say yes right away?
Oh boy, it's the voice. I don't think I want to do this.
I mean, it was
I'm sorry.
I didn't even put my phone down. I heard the vibrate.
I'm sorry because I knew because I knew Colony took a beating. I was like, I want to put together a show where everybody hates at least 2 of the people on the show, and we have 2 people. I think
Mike and Mick,
maybe the most hated.
He's funny.
And she's laughing at that. Okay, Mayo and Mick, who I think might be the 2 most hated people. If you ask me, like really, if you show their faces, they might say we hate these guys the most. Not the most well-known necessarily, but like just in terms of if you poll people, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that guy, Mick. I hate him.
Menders has got to be up there, right?
I guess, but some people like him. You know, he's kind of I would say.
I'm trying to think of others.
Just looking at Mick, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. I hate this guy.
Yeah, I can tell you got that look like this isn't good
already. Like, yeah, and he's interrupting. Like it's just gonna be it. But I brought him in. It's my fault. I made this soup, so we got to sit there and fucking drink it or eat it. Who knows? So Mayo's here, and I know you have a bunch of questions, right?
I've got a few, not as many as last time.
Okay.
If I could start first, what do you think it would be like if Bob Murchison never knew what EEI was?
What do you mean?
I assume that's the genre of question.
Yeah. I think you're asking me. That's just a good question. Be sitting there talking about fucking Mac Jones today, I guess. Colony's here. I have no idea what Colony is. Give the mic to Dave, if you would, Mickey.
Please.
I don't know. What? Did you say please?
I said please.
Fire away.
Please? Are you saying please? Like,
I thought you said excuse me. I said please. Like welcome him into the spot.
Excuse who?
Dave.
Who are you saying please to?
I thought I heard like an excuse me, like a.
From who?
From Dave. Like he was coming into my
Why would you say
space.
please to that?
So I said like please, like come on in.
Oh, good.
Be my guest.
I get it, Mick.
Okay. Good. Shut up, Mick. Go ahead. So how are you feeling, Dave?
I'm okay.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Are you overwhelmed
Mike was asking a little too many questions. That's why.
What were you asking?
It wasn't joyful. He was
Ask anything.
He was just prying.
What was he asking?
No, I'm just kidding. He was fine.
Okay.
Are you going to self-harm?
No.
Okay,
No. I'm good. Yeah.
What, do you have any actual questions for him or no?
Yeah, you want to get right into it?
Yeah. Why not? Right?
I feel like I could
Mick's
use
nodding.
a little,
So Mick's
I could
nodding.
use a little warm up.
Mick's saying yes. Let's go.
2 thumbs up, boss.
Yeah. So if Mick's, I'm following Mick's direction on this one.
Well, how do you guys feel after yesterday or Sunday?
I feel fine.
Kirk and Dave.
I feel fine. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poignant question.
Yeah,
It's happening, right? Because one thing I see on Reddit and I heard on some of the shows was this belief that somehow it's Dave's not going to leave.
Okay,
That 2 weeks will go by, and so can you guys address that?
Dave has
for us?
29 days left to work. We said a month 2 days ago. It's 29 days now. So if he finds a job before then, great. If he doesn't, great. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what this is. It's definitely no bit. And if anybody thinks it's a bit, I don't really get like. Do I do stage bits like that where I would say you're fired and like he comes back?
That's what I don't understand.
Well, weird bit to
what you would
volunteer
do
for.
is say you're fired because you're frustrated with him,
Right.
and he would stick around. But I don't think it's ever been like a, hey, gang, here's what I'm doing today.
Yeah, maybe we've done.
We're going to fire Dave, and then it's not real.
I mean, we've done show. I guess I don't know, but no, I would say it's over. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I want a new producer. Like I'm ready to move on. So. Yeah.
Do you think Dave and Kirk, how much, even if say Plymouth had gone perfectly,
Right.
Did you still already have that itch?
Yes.
Do you think you'll get that every kind of 2 years?
I mean, I think that's coincidental. Like I don't think that's really like this idea that's exactly 2 years twice. I think is if it happened 5 times, I would say there's.
Well,
something
Steve chose
it.
to leave.
Yeah, Kirk was kind of
But I think it was
Kirk was
time.
ready.
We were kind of ready on both ends at that point, like we are now. But it was a different. I mean, maybe I don't know. I have no idea. I look forward to. Like I said, I hired Steve before the show started, and Dave kind of fell in our lap because he'd been around. So now I'm actually going to hire somebody for the first time. Really, like have a thorough search, and because Steve is my fucking mic is great here, but I don't know whose job that is. But now I get to kind of find, and it could be a disaster. If it's a disaster in the last 3 months, then just hire somebody else, or 2 weeks, or 8. Well, we'll see. I have no idea.
Yeah, and whoever comes in will know they're on that short leash.
Well, I will
So
say
it'll be
this,
easier to
like,
just
so
pull the
I'm
plug
going
if
to set
you
some
need to.
rules now.
Yeah.
And this, I think, is legal. I have to check with Barstool's HR department. I don't know.
Do they have one?
This person cannot be married. Has to be under 30. If it's a man, he needs a vasectomy. If it's a woman, she has to have her tubes tied. I think we have to go through. That feels legal to me, Mike. I don't know.
I would just not say it. Cut this
Okay.
part out. But
And
I
if-
think you can just in your own mind.
If
say
the woman
that.
gets a female producer gets knocked up, look, I'll pay for the abortion.
Sure.
We got to do it live on air.
That's a compromise.
That's
what we
content.
call meet in
So-
the middle.
Right. And we can we'll put it next to Dale Bear in a little jar.
Keep it. That's good.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and just say, hey, just remember, like, get to work.
Yeah.
Men, women, I am hired. Mick, how old are you? Say 31.
28.
Damn it.
I'm 3 for 3 so far.
What do you mean?
I will get a vasectomy. I don't have kids. I'm not
Will you get a
married.
vasectomy?
Yeah, I'll get one.
Okay.
What if you
good.
just never has
On
sex?
Yeah, we'll never have sex. You don't have to worry about the sex, but I
Didn't-
definitely will get a vasectomy on air.
Is a cake being made for you today?
I
You're
knew the
first
cake jokes were
producing-
coming. I was waiting for him. No, yeah, it's on
Okay.
its
If you remember that, Mike, or not, his girlfriend baked him a cake. What was the reason why?
I can't
It was
remember.
the 50th Beyond Average episode.
I forgot about that. Yeah. 50 seems a little low. That's less than a year of shows.
He also got very upset about it too.
Got
Didn't
a
you?
little upset. Got
Why
a little
would-
upset.
Who did it?
Montante. I got a Montante.
Ooh, that's a
Banners
battle,
on there.
Mike. That's a
I
battle.
know, yeah.
That's a battle.
For that chair.
That's a
Slight
battle.
overreaction.
Do you want the job?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You've been nowhere like the last 6 months.
Been investigating, Kirk. I've been in Vegas investigating.
Francis Coppola made 2 Godfather films in a shorter period than they need to make 2 of these episodes.
Well, I had to figure out what I wanted to do.
You
with
have
it.
somebody here who was a family member who was there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to be respectful about it. I think
Why? You're doing.
Take a seat, son.
Do it respectfully.
I'll bestow some wisdom.
maybe
sure.
Mike can talk later on then.
You set up an interview with Mama Geary. She'll talk about. She
No,
probably
I'll talk about it with him. He can't talk to
that's
her,
true.
but
She's
I'll,
probably happy to
I'll tell
yap
him what I
about
know.
it.
Yeah, I bet
God
she is.
knows. A couple times I've met her. She won't fucking shut up about it. Like, congratulations. Did you do it? Like, jeez. I'm not saying she's a factor, but if you Google it, she did know him well.
The shame is if you Wikipedia the Vegas shooting, Stephen Paddock's not on there. So
No, your mom is, but not Steve. It's very
Yeah,
weird.
right, right.
I don't know why.
probably actually.
What have you said that you went away for a while because you had information that you were like a danger or something?
No. The main reason to pause for the Vegas series was I didn't know exactly where I wanted to take it. I banged 4 episodes. After our 3rd episode, a woman who
How many episodes are up?
2 of them.
Okay.
Because
When
during
was the first one?
like March, mid-March or so. Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah.
they were a slow process. But
Sure.
the woman who I interviewed did not like the content after she heard the first 2 episodes and wanted nothing to do with the series. And it had nothing to do with our content, like our interview. It was her. She thought it was too kind of conspiracy and just not for her.
Who cares? What do you? So what? Keep
I
doing
did
it.
gave her the final cut though. I mean,
What?
Well, she was a survivor of a shooting. I didn't want
Who
to.
gives a shit? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's what'll bring to this show. Some random fan will get his final cut.
This is a case season 3. I just say that Kevin Mailer has final cut.
Yeah.
Like, what are you fucking talking about?
was
He was
really
genuinely
nervous.
sleepy.
I was really nervous about like.
Right.
That's what we found.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I
What?
was nervous about taking somebody's story without their permission, basically, and especially
You
with
can-
a
no, you
sensitive
have their
topic.
permission to tell the story.
Well,
You'll give them final
I
cut.
I had their permission.
No,
and then
yeah,
they
you
heard
get-
the first 2, and they said, no, we're not. I don't want to be on.
How does Paddock guy miss this idiot? Jesus.
But yeah,
God.
after that, I just kind of was like, you know what? I don't even really know what I want to do with this. I was saying to Dave before, the
God.
main reason why I started that project was to try to impress somebody, try to say, hey, I can do this, I can help you out. And then I realized
Trying to impress me.
Yeah, basically, yeah, somebody like you, but yeah, you essentially. And
I'm really impressed so far.
yeah, it just didn't work, and I realized the topic just wasn't for me. So
Literally, Mike's investigation into Five Guys or whatever the hell it was. What's
Oh,
it?
Red Robin.
Red Robin was better.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It
was much more thorough and longer.
Did you sign something?
no.
Would you pinky swear? I don't
She
understand.
threatened me. She said, if not, I have to.
Imagine that lawsuit. I'd pay $1 million to that in court over a podcast of 4 people
I
listening.
was gonna say I don't have any money either.
What
so
are
I
you
don't know
doing?
what to
Threatening you
say.
in what way? Legal action?
Yeah,
or-
she said, if not, I'm gonna have to get lawyers involved. And I said, well, that was that.
I understand that being
I get
scary
served
to a
stuff
kid
like that
that's
all
not
the
in
time.
that. Yeah, but he's
you're
never
a
been in that situation.
multimillionaire. What am I gonna do?
But if I had $4, I would never say to the woman, I am giving you final cut.
But I wasn't
Mick,
trying
you can't
to,
do that.
I wasn't trying to like take something new. I was just trying to get her story of events that happened at the, like I wasn't trying to break news with this interview.
When you gave her final cut, your girlfriend should have made you a cake and then said, literally, this takes the cake and took the cake away. That's what I would have done, honestly, and thrown you in the fucking oven. This is unbelievable. Dave, any thoughts on that?
Not the best move. Not the best move. However, if his purpose was to just do it as a resume builder, he just wanted to showcase the podcast itself, not necessarily.
Final cut?
Yeah, but he didn't think it was going to be a monster hit or anything like that. He was just doing
So
it
what?
to do it. I'm just saying
it's
from
bad
his
artistically.
perspective. I'm trying to.
Do you mean like?
Shut up, Dave.
Do you mean what of hers you would use, or Final Cut on the whole show?
No, of hers, of our conversation together.
That's a little more reasonable, I guess.
No, not to me.
I mean, of course you wouldn't. I'm saying.
Oh yeah, it's not Final Cut for the entire
I thought it was
episode.
like
If you talk to somebody, you
That's what I thought
agree.
it
They
was.
agree to be interviewed. Like then you're talking to them.
Right.
If somebody said to me, "Hey, I want the final cut," I'd be like, "Well, then
Yeah.
we're not doing it."
The Jinx would have been fucked with Robert Durst.
That's
if
true.
they
The
did
guy
that.
takes a
Yeah.
piss. I mean, Jesus. What other questions do you have, Mayo?
So, Mick, you were dependent on one interview for that whole thing?
Not dependent, but kind of goes back to why am I doing it? And it kind of just was that point where if this isn't going to work and people aren't going to be impressed with it, I'm not going to solve anything. I think some people thought that I was going into it trying to solve the Vegas shooting. That has nothing to do with it. What I wanted to do again was just kind of a resume builder, put something on paper, put something on audio. That
So I love to listen to it. I'm listening to a podcast. Oh, I hope this guy's building his resume.
I mean, we didn't start with that, but
Christ.
Mark Maron could really, do something with this.
Boy, I don't know. You text Theo Vaughn. Jesus. What other questions do you have for me or Cullinane, Andy?
Cullinane, when did you know it was over?
Probably like somewhere around
6 months ago.
Probably the Plymouth live show. I just like whether it was the day or definitely after. I just like kind of felt that energy around it. And I said the other day, like I was upset with it, whether he wants to believe that or not. I was upset with it too, so that impacted me as well.
You're already like he's not even addressing you.
Yes, that's fine. Doesn't bother me.
But what about the stuff, Dave? Like, because there was Plymouth, but now there's lots of stuff getting talked about of things prior to Plymouth that people are taking as a lack of commitment or follow through. So my number one was the drops. Like, how come the drops never got
why?
integrated
I
into
don't
the
mean
show?
to defend Dave, but Steve had a system where you had drops on the computer, and Dave can't figure that out in 25 months. Like,
I just think I wasn't good at the timing of them.
That's
Like,
almost
I haven't.
700. It's what? Almost 700 days. What do you want to give the guy? It's that takes a long time. Dave was trying to, while he was producing the podcast, all he was trying to do was just build a resume. Like he wasn't trying to make it be a good show.
This was a resume.
He was trying to
build.
impress the booming Massachusetts infomercial industry.
That's big.
Oh, it's enormous.
I hope he, kind of he's put his ego aside when he's talked about it, but I hope he takes charge and is in front of the camera because that's where he really.
Yeah.
shines.
Oh boy, I hope so too. I really hope so.
Did you have different expectations, Dave, for like when you joined KMS? Is this roughly the amount of time you figured it would last? 2 years, 3 years?
I don't know. I didn't really think of it like that. I didn't plan that out in any way. No. I don't think there's anything to like what you brought up before. Like Steve lasted 2 years, so Dave's going to last 2 years. I don't think that's a trend.
He wanted to get fired on September 15th, so he's just shy.
He did his best.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Well, I love you, Dave. I love the Cullinane era, and I was glad the other day you guys
I would term the era a slight disappointment.
really.
Yeah, like I like the Steve era better.
How come?
I just think he's a better producer. I think the show was better.
Okay.
Well, you said while Dave was here that you had more fun
Yeah.
than when Steve was here.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the show's better.
you were just having fun.
Yeah, it doesn't mean the show's better. No, the show's good. It's still a great show, but so the next producer, it's not going to be Steve. Whoever it is, we're going to see. That person's going to be under the gun because there's a lot of, it's 2 years with Dave, 2 years with Steve. People knew Dave before. People knew Steve, so but it's funny. I said this all the time. Dave leaves yesterday. And basically everybody's like, fuck this guy. There's some people on Twitter who are defending him, but overall I would say it was more negative than positive. And if you ask people, put a poll up, everybody wants Steve back. 2 years ago, Dave put some video out and everyone was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Now the fun begins.
Finally. Yeah,
Get rid of this asshole.
Right.
2 years from now, if Steve came back tomorrow, 2 years from now, if he left, it would be the same exact thing.
Yep.
The same exact thing. That's why I love Steve, but I don't want Steve to produce the show. We've been there. And Steve owns a home in Maine. He's not going to come in here and produce it doesn't matter anyway. So, we're going to start new, younger, and, I want somebody who I can absolutely drive into the ground for a couple of years. That's for like 24 hours a day. That's your only care in the world is this job. That is not Dave's biggest care. It's not Dave's 30th biggest care. Right. It's just not. Like,
so to whoever gets the job, I would say have fun in Bermuda right now because it's the last chance we get.
Yeah, Justin's got a chance. He's in one of the. I would say he's got a chance. Montante has a chance. Mick has a chance.
Is this a legitimate chance?
Sure.
Or is it like
anybody who's here has a chance.
It'd be wacky to have him in for it.
No, he's got a chance at it. I mean, but you have to, you can't just want the job. You don't get the job because you like the show and you want the job.
Sure.
It's not how it's going to work. Like, we're going to see who, I want somebody who's obsessed with social media part of the show. Everything, the whole thing, the entire thing, I mean, Dave would come here at 6 a.m. I still have no idea what he did for 4 hours. None. We had no clips. We had no drops. We had no nothing. We had 4 stories. Nothing.
Made notes.
Right. Like, I don't even know what he was doing. So, I have no idea.
Mick, are you down for all that?
Absolutely.
Where do you live, Mick?
I have no life, and I'm willing to commit it to KMS. I live on Cape Cod.
So you commute from Cape Cod every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long is that commute?
It's already a massive
Fun Friday.
Massive red flag.
An hour a day?
Enormous red flag.
No, you got to relocate, Mick.
That's more than an hour.
No, I mean, I left my house today at like 5:30. Got here before 7. So
Yeah, but what if just Kirk all of a sudden wants to come in the studio because something happened and he wants to record? You got to be closer.
Yeah, I mean, if I have to be closer, I'll be closer.
Okay. There you go.
I would say express your willingness to relocate, Mick.
Andy, I just said if I have to be closer, I'll be closer.
Yeah. I mean, listen, again, how serious are you with your girlfriend?
Somewhat serious, I'd say.
I'd say you're out. You're basically out there.
To a point where-
Did you break up with her?
Yeah,
she
for the
agreed?
show,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Montante doesn't give a shit about his
Yes.
girlfriend.
Okay. Chastity? You
Yeah.
vow you would.
Vasectomy, chastity, whatever we got to do.
Would you?
Whatever we got to do.
cut your
Full-on
penis off?
castration.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Well, look, if you did it on the air, I would consider it.
Sure.
I would consider it. I did that to Colonnade the other night. So I mean, it's become a tradition.
It was nice the other night though. By the end of the episode, you guys were cracking jokes. It was
because I accomplished my mission.
yes, but it was nice that it's
These people think there are people out there who think Colonnade quit. I fucking broke him the other night. Like, what are we doing here? That was
Well,
a master work.
it was. But
Like,
it's-
if I started the show by saying, "Hey, Dave, like I think you're doing a great job. I want you to stick around," you think you'd be like, "Oh, I feel sad and I want to leave." Like,
Dave?
what are we doing? Here?
Unlike
what do you think, Dave?
No, but I don't.
No,
I think something
no,
else would have
no.
come up later then or something.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
it
No,
doesn't-
no.
yeah.
Dave's done a good job.
How nice. How was the show after? The B.O. Boys.
It's great. Huh? Yeah, it was great. I had a great time with those guys. Yeah, I love those guys.
Regular character, this guy.
I love those guys. What do you mean? Oh, because of the awkwardness or something?
Well, I walked out.
There was none
and
from
said,
none on my end.
I said, "See you Tuesday, boys." I guess it was just my.
Yeah,
I guess my awkwardness is why no one
I saw
responded.
so many tweets saying this is it was the most uncomfortable thing. I wouldn't put that in my top 50 of uncomfortable moments. Of
No,
my career.
the beginning.
pretty
The
uncomfortable.
beginning was
I had
unbearable.
I had no issue at all.
Well, of course you didn't, because you like that. But how often is someone publicly fired like that?
He wasn't fired. I'm kidding. Before he wasn't fired. Like
But-
he wanted to leave, and I think it's time for him to leave, as opposed to doing it off the air, like most shows would do. We do it on the air.
I'm not saying it wasn't entertaining or it wasn't interesting. I'm saying it was definitely awkward. That's what makes it interesting.
I didn't feel that way at all. But I guess people listening might have felt. I don't listen, so yeah.
There was a moment at the beginning when you guys first, you were pissed at Dave and you were like, I think and you stopped and you were about to say like, I think we're good here. That moment was, I was like jumping out of my skin.
Yeah.
But it is what makes KMS special.
Well, we're done. Yeah, it's not. Things end.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Like, what is it? Don't cry because I'm a smile because it happened kind of guy. That's how I look at things all the time.
sweet.
It happened, so I'm smiling.
and you'll look at the moon and wonder if Colleen's looking at it too.
Of course,
And-
yes. Oh, and Dave and I will talk all the time. We'll get pizza at that place. I'm sure I'll have a big relationship with Dave now at the show.
Oh, he's out of the producer's role, but he's not out of the family.
no,
He'll be
he's-
filling in. He'll be on Mike and the Minifans.
Oh, he's doing the thing now. I'm sure he's like, I won't do any of that stuff, but he'll be.
Yeah,
oh my God, he'll be in next year wherever we are in Maine. He'll be
Cornholing?
Yeah, he'll be having dinner. Yeah, it's a thing.
He'll have fun.
Exactly. He turned his back on them in the fans, but now once he's there, he'll be hanging out with them.
Well, Steve hated him too when he left. And now,
Yeah, but Dave never came in. Dave came in as like a guy who loved them.
right.
Steve hated them. Like Dave came in as a guy who was like, I'm Mr. Minifan, but then turned his back on them. That's the knock in the Minifan community. I mean, I've heard a lot of that.
I think you kind of have to turn your back on him when you're in that producer's role, though.
Yeah, oh no, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah,
but
you want him responding to every DM. From
No, but
all
he
of
came
us.
in as kind of like, oh, it's Cully and the hits, and we're having a good time. And I remember Dave was a couple of times like, oh, you probably have some laughs on this show. That whole thing. It's like, well,
Did he say that?
yeah. So I don't know. What else?
Can we get Thrill Ride before you leave, Dave?
Oh, we're not getting through.
Can we find?
His big goodbye.
Won't be doing any of that. There'll be none of that.
I got a question for Dave and Kirk. All right, Kirk? Dave's got 30 days.
Yeah.
What's the best possible way
He gets
this
a job
transition
today.
can go?
He gets a job today.
No, but how can he best help KMS transition out of the Cullinane era?
Well,
what do you need
he's doing?
from him?
Like, for instance, Mick's here right now. I'm sure he helped him out this morning.
Yep.
I'm sure he's good at stuff like that, right?
He's fantastic.
Yeah, no question. He's
Very
great
hospital.
like
He was nice. He was awesome.
that. Very what?
Very hospital.
Very hospital? Very
Hospitable.
hospital.
Hospitable.
He was performing surgery on Mick
Very
this morning.
hospital.
Yeah.
Hospitable.
But is that even performing surgery? Very hospital just means he looked like a hospital.
This is the reason why I'm over
Very
here.
hospital.
Mick, do you have a Yelp account?
Was he fair? So he wasn't fairly hospital.
No, he was great. He was great. And
He was extraordinarily hospital.
I was very nervous about it, to be honest. I thought there was going to be some weird energy.
You made Mick wait in the waiting
tweets
room.
about Dave. Like I thought he was going to be a little, but he was great.
You thought he was gonna be a little?
Just a little standoffish. A little standoffish, maybe.
Like
Which,
a
I
little
mean,
ambulance, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it turned out he was great. Okay, good. No, I think he'll do that. And then, we're getting a blizzard of these people reaching out, trying to get the job. Very fun. I got a message yesterday from that ticket guy, the Jonas Brothers guy.
Kyle.
This guy who is a
Snake.
part-time substitute teacher, part-time ticket guy, reached out to me. He's like, just if you need any help during the next couple of weeks, let me know. I'm happy to help out. I'm like, what are you going to do?
Well, if you train him, Kirk, he'll help you out.
Like, what is he going to do? Like, get me, there's like tickets to this thing or something? Like tickets to this, to the
Whatever you
Kirk Mayhem
need.
show?
Whatever you need. He
I
can
guess.
produce.
I don't know. But like that guy, Tommy Quinlan, reached out to me last night. Somebody like that. Colin will coordinate with him. He'll produce a show probably next week or whatever.
There you go.
But like, I don't want to respond to like this is the job. This is your interview, is to come in here and do the show. If I like you, if I think you're interesting, we'll bring you back. After two or three times, then we're going to get the finalists going. There'll be 2 or 3 left, and then we're going to do that thing, I think, in Saco next month. It'll be a Goodbye to Cullinane show, live
Nice.
show in Saco, and then we'll announce that night as well. Cullinane's replacement. He'll put a crown on them, and Cullinane will walk home.
It's nice.
That is the plan.
It's a fun.
Cullinane was in Saco yesterday. He's scouting the place.
Do you have minimum technical skills required of the people producing? Because what if someone gets in there and you like them a lot, but Dave's in there holding their hand the whole time versus someone who goes in there and they're technically savvy.
You have to have. I think that's a good question. I think you have to have a baseline, the Mendoza line, sort of that, which I don't know if Mick has or not. But Dave, I feel confident Dave will tell me. Although Dave, of course, famously recommended that guy to Jerry, that military guy who didn't even know how to fucking turn on a computer.
I mean, but that's a plus in Dave's column.
Sure, yes,
'Cause it was to Jerry.
Yeah, but not for me.
No,
if it's to
no,
this
he won't
show,
do that to you.
Well, we'll find out. But yeah, what were you saying, Mick?
Similar to Andy's question, is it more like competence or more like I guess content?
Well, it's
Like,
both. I mean, you can't
would
be
you
a
put
you
more
can't
on
you
them?
can't be a zero on air and be on the show, because the producer will always have a voice. So you have to have some life as a voice. I would say it's 50-50. Like, you have to be a skilled, but like I said, to me the most important quality is obsession. You have to be obsessed with working on the show.
So no candidates who aren't already fans for the producer's role.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't. I think it might
But
be
will you
interesting.
get that obsession, you think, if you bring in a
Probably
rando?
not. So I'm willing to talk to everybody. Like, I'll tell you right now. I mean, forget about. I'm ready to hand the keys over to Alicia to take over the show as the host. She's a rock
She
star.
was a little...
She's a rock star.
She was
Yeah.
She's a
little
huge
too
talent.
electric.
Yeah, big personality.
Was
That
it-
definitely was the case of a boyfriend trying to sneak his girlfriend in so he could be like, my girlfriend was on the Kirk Minahan show.
When she was talking to Dave before the show, she was like, "No, I'm a fan," and then she was like, "Well, my boyfriend was actually the fan," and I was like, "Okay, that we understand."
Classic Cullinane, thorough system of checking people before
Yes.
they come in.
Yeah, she's never seen Montante. That was...
Right. Well, lucky her.
I mean,
She didn't know who
there's
Justin
plenty
was.
of opportunities.
What's that?
She didn't know who
I
Justin
think
was.
I thought she did. No.
Yeah,
It was kind of a like, yeah.
She knows what's going on.
Mick's calling her a liar.
He's not wrong. What else?
All right, so Dave, Kirk's looking to you to give him a summary of each person's technical competencies. Yeah. You going to do that?
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool.
He's getting paid. He better. I mean,
Yeah,
this is
no,
his
that's
job.
a-
This is
no,
his
I
job.
have-
Right now, his old job was the producer of the show. Now he's sort of, I don't know what his title would be now, but he is now sort of helping find
Yeah.
the next person.
Yep.
So, it's find the next producer. And he's in charge, or he's 50-50. We're partners or whatever in that endeavor.
How's Mick looking on the technical side? Has he got the skills?
Mick is familiar with some of this stuff, so I felt like he does have the skills. If
Yeah.
not, he would pick it up very
Who would you
quickly.
endorse right now
Justin.
over Montante?
Yeah, but I love the fact that Montante is ditching Jerry this week to produce this show.
That's a
on
good sign.
Wednesday. That's a
That is a good
fantastic move.
Yeah.
But he has no technical skills, right?
He is horrific on the technical
Right.
end.
That's gonna be.
Yeah.
And I don't
But-
I don't need the hardcore right wing bullshit in my life either. Like, I just don't. I don't need.
When
that.
he's been in here, he hasn't been like that though.
But if he's producing the show, there's a stories he reads all day.
Sure, but he also seems like a more fun-loving guy.
I agree
than,
with
like
that.
Steve, who would go out of his way to find those stories.
Well, yeah, we'll find out. I guess.
Not go out of his way, but that's all Steve consumed, really.
Right. Yeah.
And Montante is a strong personality, which, like you said, you want some life in the producer's booth, but maybe he's got a little too much.
We'll find out. I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll get a taste of it. Is that Wednesday?
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Wednesday, yeah.
So
with
do
Clemmer.
do they know each other? I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, they're both Mets fans, right? They're in that Mets group chat or something.
Oh, that's right. Does he hate him or no?
I don't think so. No,
I've
I
heard
don't think
Montante be
hates
critical.
anybody. Does he?
I know Montante he's critical of Clemmer as a gambler.
Oh, wow.
He thought Clemmer was like a bullshitting his gambling prowess at Barstool.
Yeah, but that's what everyone thinks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody does that. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Are they still gonna though? Probably not, right? Does Barstool
don't have
care
to
about
anymore.
gambling anymore?
No, but I mean, these guys are all gamblers. Like, damn it, they're all going to do these shows still because people people gamble. Guys gamble.
Right, but there was an element of people pretending not obviously Big Cat and Rico and those guys all gamble, but then people that weren't gamblers felt like they had to, which I think is what he's saying about Clemmer.
Right, like me and Riggs.
Yeah, I guess so in a way.
Although we never proclaimed that we cared about it. Really.
Right.
Yeah, we did more, and we're doing it tomorrow. So there you go. What else?
Let me see. Dave, how's it going over at home?
Yeah, it's a fair question.
This news.
I thought he just meant
okay.
like, how are
Yeah.
things?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
When somebody in your life says, "Why don't you have the job anymore?" What do you say?
I guess I would just. Nobody's asked that question, but I would.
Nobody's
say,
asked you.
Have you told
Does
them?
anybody know
No, I
this or
just-
no?
it's
No.
like
So you haven't said.
okay.
So you haven't said anything yet.
I've said it to my wife. I just said
What did she say?
she was fine with it. There was nothing to it. Yeah.
What did you say?
I just said that it's like I'm not going to be working on the show anymore.
You're like a crushed grape right now.
No, but I mean,
Jesus.
like,
you
how
hear
do
him, Mike, or
it's-
no?
it is a weird spot. That's all. It was uncomfortable.
Well, no, but I'm
It's
just asking what you.
uncomfortable
I'm just
now.
asking what you said. That's all. I'm not
No,
saying.
all I
it's-
just said is I'm leaving the show. That's it, basically it. And then just started a conversation.
Well, like Vanderpump Rules or something.
He said, I'm going to be taking leave.
No, but I think I talked. If she asked why, I'd say like, well, after Plymouth and all this other.
So you're
stuff,
complaining like you were already sort of complaining about the job, the stress before it. So she
No,
wasn't that
no,
surprised.
no,
Not
I don't-
complaining,
I don't
but I'm
complain
saying
about it, no.
I'm not saying that. So she wasn't surprised. Though.
No, she wasn't surprised, but she also like she wouldn't have pried too much into that. I think she trusts me and says, yeah.
What is it, the 14th century? She can't ask you questions about your job.
No, I just don't think she would have.
She knows her
would've-
place.
She
She
would've-
was making a roast.
Hey, Jesus. Have you any other job prospects in the last 36 hours?
I've talked to some people. Yeah. Yes.
Wow, who are we talking
I
to?
left radio on my own too, so she's kind of used to that.
Oh, I understand. You're a maverick. No, I
Well, no, but she's used to like me leaving and then going.
Yeah, you left this-
figuring it
yeah,
out.
like-
Finding greener pastures.
like radio, you left this completely on your own.
No, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
what
no,
I
I
mean.
got-
but you
yeah,
know
no,
what I'm
I- yeah,
saying.
no,
Like,
I got you.
she knows that I have.
Look,
left
there's a
a
road. You
job.
walk down it. Right. Yeah. You're not. You're
You
your
can
own
do
man.
whatever you want. She knows I've left a job and then I've figured out the rest.
Yeah. The guy left radio before it did.
That
It's true.
that's why I asked him if this was kind of what he expected because he's
Left
like
radio.com on his own.
he's a gig worker. You know, you're there for a couple years
Kept
at a
his email,
time.
though.
It's project based, and then you move
true.
on. What do you say, Kirk, when people say, "Where's Cullinane going?" Because you want to help him, right? So you don't want to bury him when people say,
So you're saying if somebody called and asked, like, whatever, should they hire Dave? Is that what you're saying?
"Yeah, like hypothetically, if someone at Barstool said, "Hey, I know Dave's moving on. Do you think we should? Why? Would you say?" Gross
Well,
incompetence. Don't go near the
I
guy,
think
or would
they-
you say, "Oh, we
Pretty out there on Barstool. I think they know, like, their clips and stuff. But if somebody out in the world, like Dave, is reaching out for these jobs now, they're reaching out to him, and that person called me, I would say hire him. Of
yeah,
course.
okay,
Chicks
yeah.
in the
I would
office.
lie. Yeah.
Maybe we can finally get him on Mean Girls.
That's a dream come true. I hope so. We've seen them tomorrow, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, so do you feel like these are good prospects, Dave, or no?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, some of them are familiar prospects. So,
Are you looking for more of a normal
Familiar
9 to
prospects,
5 ish?
am I looking for a normal 9 to 5? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
You are?
Yeah.
familiar to us in what way?
You want to work 9 to 5, 5 days a
No,
week?
familiar to me, not familiar to like the show or anything like that.
Are you leaving the content business? It's impossible. You can't.
No. Well,
we
you mean
can't have
like
that.
this style of content though?
Like good content.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely leaving good content.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. So you're going to a
definitely.
safer, right? Yeah. That's
I wouldn't
smart.
say safer, but what? I'm not a host. What am I doing on the good content? What would I do on the good content side?
We've seen it. Believe me, we all know. Yeah.
Send that to the future employers.
He just
I have
seems
no business
defeated.
in
Doesn't he
good
seem
content.
defeated to you or no?
Yeah, but like he said, it's an inherently awkward uncomfortable situation.
I don't think it's awkward at all. I don't.
To me, he doesn't seem defeat. He seems like usual Cullinane to me.
No, he seems low energy.
It's definitely not usual me, but it is an awkward spot. It
this
might
is
not
how
be
it
awkward
usually
for you,
is,
but
though.
What is
fine.
awkward? I don't understand. We talked it out. Like you said you wanted to
Yeah,
leave.
but most
I
people,
said I want you to leave.
Yeah, but most people don't do that on a podcast. Most people don't do that on a podcast.
Well, you signed up for this show.
No,
you knew, I mean,
that is not the point. It's just that this
It's
is
not a
happening.
complaint, it
That's
is
not the
unusual.
point.
That's
It's
a
just
good
that it's
point.
happening.
Well, maybe from him it is. I'm
You don't think it's a complaint?
In general, that is an unusual thing to have to deal with.
Yeah, but this
To have everyone, not only do you lose your job, you have everyone calling you a
does-
fucking
just 'cause
drug.
you know
Some
it's
people
gonna
saying he was a
happen doesn't
drug
make you
addict
ready
on
for
Twitter
it.
yesterday.
What's that?
Just because you know it's going to happen doesn't make you like prepared for it.
Yes, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
It is kind of and most people don't have to go through
The
this
guy
type of
fucking
experience.
worked hard the last few months. We've been having this conversation. Like, what do you want? You want me to really do it? Or do
Nobody's
you want me to
asking
be?
you.
do
Nobody's
you want-
asking you for like
No,
an
yeah, no one's
apology
saying
on
it was wrong.
I'm
It
just
is
telling you
just
it's
weird.
That's all.
What?
I'm just telling you it's weird for like I feel weird. That's all. I'm not saying anything about it.
Good. Well, you are. You just did.
No, but I didn't criticize you for it.
Okay. I mean, fine. Do whatever you want. You can criticize me if you want. Doesn't matter to me. Again, if you've
no,
done anything,
because
if
I
you'd
signed
worked
up
it all the
for
last
it.
4 months, you wouldn't be in this
My
situation.
point is because I signed
It's
up
fault.
for it.
It's completely your fault.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean,
Doesn't make today any, even if it wasn't, doesn't make it any less like easier. I'd be the same if it wasn't my fault, probably. It's a weird spot. That's all.
Yeah, but we wouldn't be okay. Fine. Whatever. What else?
Steve texted me yesterday and said, "Boy, did you bury Cullinane?" And I was like, "Me? What the fuck?" I said, "No, I didn't. I thought he was just fucking with me."
Yeah.
And then he sent me a quote where Dave was talking about not posting on Instagram, and he's like, "Well, you see, it's difficult because of this." And I think I replied, "I do it in 5 minutes, so I don't know what you're talking about." I was like, "I guess that wasn't the greatest."
Well, you're just being honest. That's your job to defend him. Like, you know, there are things he should be defended for and things he shouldn't. You know? Like, yeah. What else?
I thought you tried to throw him a few lifelines, Mike.
I did my best, Andy.
You were like, well, maybe if we brought in another person, Dave could read. You tried,
And he tried to get me hired as the producer.
tried.
I saw people pointing that out.
Fucking
as
stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
which basically boiled down to Mike could suggest topics. That's what that boiled down.
I could do this. Basically, what I'm doing right now.
I didn't even understand that. I don't know. What else?
I just want to see you guys. I like the idea. You guys agreeing on what the best transition possible looks like, and then working towards it together.
Well, I mean, why? I'm not
'Cause
that,
I-
I'm, not
'cause
that,
I-
I'm, not, I'm not that worried about keeping a relationship with Dave Cullen.
I
don't mean
am.
that. I don't care. Like, I don't.
You
he's a-
care. You care.
I don't. I have nothing against him, but like, that doesn't matter to me.
This guy's 2 years away from a heartfelt hug at a live show.
No, that's different. It's a different situation.
Really?
Because I don't think he's worked hard.
Oh,
I don't
he's
re-
worked
I-
hard.
How do you know?
I just think as an observer of the show, and even if things went wrong at Plymouth, you like.
Here's the thing.
Everybody
Here's
still
the
put a
other
lot of
thing about
work
Plymouth.
into
Here's
it.
the other thing about Plymouth. Okay, like Wilbur in Portland went well, and it was lucky. He did the same amount of legwork in the scene what the sound guy was like, and a lot of people were for those shows as he did in the Plymouth. But it just so happened that people at Plymouth sucked. It could have been a disaster at Portland. It could have been a disaster at the Wilbur. He had no idea. Those people happened to be good at their jobs. I'm not saying he didn't work hard, but he did the same exact. And that's why there was a problem.
Well, there's an extra
There's
element
nothing-
with Plymouth, the booze and all that kind of stuff.
Nothing to do with it. I don't care about that. I'm talking about the sound of the show. I don't care about the cokes or the booze.
Oh, because in my mind that added to the
doesn't matter.
the
Doesn't matter to me
chaos.
at all. What happened was because Plymouth went well, rather Portland went well, and because Wilbur went well, he went in thinking I don't have to, find out who the sound guy is. I don't have to talk to people who's worked with him. Go to the place, take a look, see what the screen looks like. Do this, do that. Because the other things went well because people were good at their jobs. So then this happened. It's a lot. I take responsibility for that too. But I can't fire. You can't fire the owner, the governor, I should say. You can't do that. So sometimes you get I took his play calling duties away and then I fired him. Or no, I shouldn't say that. We came to a mutual conclusion.
Yeah. What are the irreconcilable differences? Is that the?
Not even. No. Look, like I said, somebody called. Dave has a lot of good qualities.
There you go.
Yeah,
Such as?
I can't offhand. I can't think of any. But I'm sure.
What would you make up to someone that called you, though? I guess.
His best quality is a producer.
I hope you rehearsed
Wait,
this.
mine's a
before you get
blank. I don't. What would you say, Mike?
the call. I think he's
Yeah. Well, there you go. Okay, Mick. What do you?
very
think?
good with
Great
the,
on the air.
Yeah,
Great
very-
on the air.
He's good on the air.
He's good on there.
He takes stuff very well. He takes abuse and all that kind of stuff well.
Yeah, till recently.
Jonas Brothers excluded, but you know what I mean.
Took that personally. Yeah.
But he
Can I defend
definitely
Dave?
does. You know he does.
Huh?
Can I defend Dave for 1 sec here?
Yeah,
because
sure.
I think you're kind of forgetting the fact that you want to hire a live coordinator for these exact reasons. So is it your producer that's going to be doing that, or is it the live coordinator?
Live coordinator.
Okay, so I don't think that's necessarily it was Dave's fault, but going forward,
I was just talking to somebody, their live coordinator the other day. It's funny you mentioned this. He was like, my live coordinator has not put anything on Instagram for 3 months and on Facebook since January.
Yeah.
It was weird when he said
Riggs?
that. I was like, it doesn't seem like a live coordinator job. And then the live coordinator asked for that sound from the Shattuck show, and the live coordinator was like, I fucking forgot.
Do we have it today?
Yeah. I don't want to hear it now.
I do have some Shattuck sound if we need it.
Okay, good. What else?
I'm blanking. I don't know. I'm blanking. You want me to ask Dave some questions or you some questions?
Ask Dave whatever you want.
Dave, for the next producer, okay? What would you tell him to start doing that you didn't do and stop doing that you did do?
No, I think Kirk said the right thing. I think it's somebody who like bleeds the show in and out, and they want to be doing everything that encompasses with the show, basically at all times, right? So it's everything he just said. So I don't think that person needs some specific type of advice. They know what they have to do.
And Dave's worked hard, but I want somebody who's going to work harder. That's probably a fair answer. Somebody who's obsessed, who's younger. Like Dave's got a family, he's doing things. Like that's perfectly fair. And somebody who's like just young and hungry and has sort of that eye of the tiger thing.
Mick, you got all that.
Certainly do, Andy. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Certainly do.
And
He's hungry.
McMahon.
You got the mixed salute.
Wow.
So I think it seems like Justin's the front runner, right?
No, I don't think so. I think it's pretty open.
Yeah.
I worry about Justin's, like, honestly, his mental health.
Yeah.
I worry about him being like, I just can't do the show for 3 weeks. Just stuff like that worries me.
I want Justin to get the job, obviously, but I do worry when you say I want to run this guy into the ground.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I worry about with Justin.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, I care about Justin's a big part of the show. I don't care if I run Mick into the ground, he dies.
Yeah.
Justin, I care about. You know.
I do. I think he's older. I think a lot of that comes with maturity too.
It's not like he's like, you said this the other day, it's not like he's 48 or something. It's like a year and a half ago.
Well, I think he's continuing to get older. When you're 23, when he started, that's very young to just jump into this environment and all of a sudden be getting, all kinds of
I was
shit.
thinking that Maine. He seems remarkably mature now.
Unlike the women he beds,
Yeah,
he's
right.
matured.
Listen with that library, I wanted to fire him then, so I don't know. We'll see. Do you have any books by Dale Arnold?
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Do you have any books by Dale Arnold?
How would you defend like that thing, like the live show clips not going up?
Oh, there's no defense for it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Like that's
I think sometimes people subconsciously will do things that they know it creates a point of no return.
I think I actually think that's true.
I think that was part of it. Dave was he just knew whether he had come to realize it consciously or not. He knew he was done, and that was sort of a symptom of that.
Yeah, I think he might have another job in his pocket, maybe.
Well, I hope so.
Oh, so do I. I don't want to. It's why I'm telling you, he can stay here till he has a job or whatever, a month. That seems reasonable to me.
Be nice.
I think. Yeah, I think so.
Do you have there's a lot of confusion about the live events coordinator role and the producer role.
Right.
Do you have job descriptions?
Yes, the producer I just said is literally like working themselves show only until they die. I want them to be at the edge of death all the time. But I will then have somebody part-time on the side for live events. That is only their job.
Can that part-time person be a normal person?
Yes, probably
like
will be.
Alicia?
Probably will be. The only problem with that is like, say it's an Alicia, right? I thought about this after live events Leash was in the other day.
Yeah.
So let's say she plans a live event, it's a disaster. Like, I don't think I can bring her in and be like, all right, so like, how'd it go? Like, walk me through it. And then she's like, well, I was like, oh, did you do that? Then what'd you do? Then what happened? I don't think I can do that to her.
Right.
So it has to be.
Whereas like Julie, you could, I think, because she knows the show.
She might break too, though, maybe.
And that's how the gentler sex is. But,
right. Yeah. Are you still in that chat, Dave? Or you said you were going to leave it?
I didn't leave it yet. No, I didn't leave it yet.
They give you
He's
all,
got 29 days.
They give you all like
they're just nice people. No, they actually didn't, but they're just a nice group of people.
Okay, so you feel better in there.
I do. I feel differently now. And I've had dinner with them before, so it's kind of...
You did?
Yeah.
Where'd you have dinner with them?
Well, we went out after Portland. I think was it the Friday night of Plymouth? They were going to the same place I was going.
Oh, so you had dinner with them
ate
that night.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Okay, good. Back to Mick.
If you hire a normal person for that role,
Mm-hmm.
if I may make a suggestion or ask, would you consider not doing the performance review discussions on air with them?
Absolutely not.
That's always going to be a requirement.
Of course. What show is this? What do you think? What do you think this is?
But that
Lights, Camera, Barstool?
No,
What are you
but
doing
that's
here?
I'm just a normal person.
Okay, it's not a normal show.
That's why I'm not. That's why I don't know if you can hire
goes
a
in this
normal.
room?
I don't
Look
know
in
if
the
you can
other room.
hire a normal person.
You can
That's
hire.
what I mean.
You can hire a semi. Julie is a semi-normal person. semi-normal. She has a real job, unlike you, Mick.
Didn't she ask
Yes.
for $250,000 or whatever?
$175,000.
Yeah, give me a break.
$175,000.
Yeah, that sounds normal.
Yes, she took a shot.
Yeah, she's crazy.
But that's because she makes a good living, unlike you. What do you do for a living?
I bartend and I edit on the side.
You what on the side?
I edit on the side.
Edit what?
Audio.
For what?
Small company in New York. I'd rather not say their name, but
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's relevant.
Why is that?
With
What do you mean?
Schmarstels.
that's how I got all these skills back
Yeah,
here.
he's got that's an indication of the technical.
But
skills.
Julie's a norm. She works. She's a norm. She's not like fucking bio dude.
What?
She works. She has a job. She's not like Kirk's desk or something. You know what I
Bio
mean?
dude has.
Kirk's desk is a very important job.
That's true, right? He'll tell you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a person who, whether you like her or not, that's perfectly fine. But she has a job. She's a semi-normal person who listens to the show.
I think Julie would be great, obviously, except for the money. There's no way she'd be willing to say, "Hey, it's a once in a lifetime thing. I can take a significant."
I don't want to do that though, then, because then it's somebody who's making less than they want to. I don't want to.
Also, a
do that.
but for
significant pay cut
for
and
2
move
years.
from move her family.
Yeah, that's not gonna. That's not.
She doesn't have a family. I mean, she has a husband.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So what I'm saying is, whoever that is, it's basically going to be like, hey, we're outsourcing this 2 or 3 times a year. Tell us the hours, bill you, we'll pay you. This is not like a job where you're going to be here all the time.
Okay. Are they going to do the sound too? Are they going to be like in charge of the?
Well, they'll figure out who's doing it and coordinate with that person and make sure.
Okay.
So yeah, that's going to be their thing. I think Lisa actually does a supposedly good job with that. I just can't work with her, so we find somebody who can do it.
It's got to be someone familiar with the show, like Julie.
I think we've hit the point where Andy's stretching for questions.
Yeah, at least
So
we'll
you're
know.
telling me if the person has heard half the shows.
Right, I don't know what to say. Yeah, it'll be a person who listens to the show, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I am sure. Yeah. What else? I'm here for it. Colleen's not. I'm here for it.
What are you going to do different with the next producer, Kirk? Because oftentimes when Dave messes
I'll be
up,
tougher on the next producer.
How so?
I've been because I think I have gotten from like the EI people, like Curtis and Ken, to Steve, to Dave. I've gotten easier and easier on them. That's over. The next producer, just get ready. Like
That's also where I worry about Justin.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I absolutely. But like, I am not going to let things, because it's partially my fault too. I'm not going to let things slide. I'm going to be on them like fucking, you wouldn't believe.
Would you consider, in addition to having the performance review stuff on air, talking to them off air
No.
about the job?
Absolutely not.
Never.
Never. I don't want to communicate with them. I mean, other than show stuff like, hey, get this sound, do this, do that. I don't want any pep talks. I don't want any meetings. I don't want any of that bullshit. It'll all be on the air.
Dave, were there ever times you wished you had some off air conversations
No,
about
I
the
don't
role?
think so. I don't
Fucking grown man. He's been producing forever. What
we
did I
talked
need-
about that.
What did I need to say to him?
No, he talked to me when he needed something for the show. He reached out.
Yeah. Like, what was I supposed to say?
Oh, I don't know. Just
Where?
Just to set expectations, or do
Do a good job. What expectations. Your fucking salary. Like, I don't understand.
people need clear expectations.
Do a good job.
They need to know. No, but what does that mean? That can mean a million different things to people. Dave could have said,
Post on Instagram.
I thought a good job meant Twitter, but not Instagram.
Well, Dave said he checked out.
Yes.
So, like, we all agree. Dave himself said he checked out. So I don't know what to say to that.
Well, for example, like if you had said to Justin or Dave, like, hey, what's the food situation in Saco? That might be a problem that's avoided through communication.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. But like, I don't think that's not producing the actual physical show.
Well, I'm just I can't think of an example.
That's a
of
live
it.
event situation. That's not a show. That's not a show discussion.
Right.
You're right about that. That's not incorrect, but that's like that's also something I've learned is like you have to treat these people like they're children. You can't the dumbest possible thing now you have to say they're capable of doing it.
Sure.
Because that's actually the dumbest thing anyone's ever done.
yes.
And by the way, I have no problem with it. Like I've been, whatever, because Justin worked hard and I think Dave, felt bad about it and we got over it. I mean, it's a fireable offense. Didn't fire him. 5, 6 years ago, I probably might have fired him. If it was Curtis, maybe I would have. I don't know. But I treated Curtis literally like a dog.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. With a
photographs.
leash around his neck.
I'm saying that's coming back.
Okay.
So just get ready for it. Like Curtis will look at that and be like, geez, this guy's being treated way tougher than I was. So that's what I'm saying. The next person is going to go through hell. I would say watch the first 40 minutes of Full Metal Jacket and just prepare yourself for it. And hopefully it ends that way.
God.
I've never seen it.
Buckle up, Justin.
You've never seen it? No. Okay, well watch the first 40 minutes.
Already my sock full of soap.
Yeah. Just be ready. Yeah, just will be doing one with a jelly donut in his mouth. What else?
What's your vision for the next phase of KMS with the 4 years, and how much did that factor into the decision to move on from Dave and bring in fresh blood?
I don't think it was that big of a factor. I'm looking forward to younger, newer voices on the show in that room. And I like the idea of it being more. I feel like the show is a lot of times on pause now, where I like it to be all day long. Like the show's Twitter account's fucking pathetic. I mean, it just is. Like, it's just retweeting me or retweeting something from Barstool or putting up 3 clips a day. There's no life to it. There's no opinion to it. Doesn't get in any trouble. Doesn't get in any debates. Doesn't get in any fights. You know, the old KMS quotes got more buzz than the show account. Like, we can't have that. Like, we're there to get in trouble.
Would you give Menners any
No,
access to
certainly
the social media?
Certainly not. No.
I mean, he starts fights,
Yeah.
he gets debates going,
Yeah.
people
And then
people hate him.
Then we can react to it. No, I want this new producer to be able to do that. We'll see. That's another big test. They're in charge of that account.
Mick, what are your ideas for the social media?
For the social media, Andy, to be honest with you, I don't have too many social media ideas at the moment.
Good, I like that.
But I do think that engaging, I'm kind of like the old Kirk and Callahan account. I know that they used to be like a shit stirrer on Twitter. And I don't know, I think that would be a good idea for the KMS Twitter account.
So your idea is to do what he said.
Boy,
mere
it's not
moments
familiar
ago.
to me,
That's
is it?
interesting. That's interesting.
I just remember that Twitter account was like, it had a lot of personality to it.
Okay.
Is that a resume?
You have a few more resumes, huh, Dave?
Hey, may I ask you something, Kirk?
You can ask me whatever you like. Is this the Dustin guy, Dave?
Nustin? Yeah.
Dustin.
Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead.
His resume's
Nustin would be good.
Yeah. Go ahead. What's your question?
Although he has like 11 kids, right?
He does. Is his girlfriend like a prostitute or something?
and he lives in Wisconsin.
No, I think she just had like a modeling.
Is he also a meat cutter?
No, he works at like a Christian radio station.
Oh, did
No,
he
but
work at
he worked at a grocery store in the deli section, I believe.
Okay. Oh, but no, yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't mean to disparage.
I don't know that he's an actual
Sure,
butcher.
Right. I don't mean disparage the art of butchery because he probably didn't rise to that.
Yeah, let's not insult Shane.
Sure. No, I understand.
When you get these resumes, do you think they should disclose who they are on Twitter?
I think we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned about being able to figure out that process.
That's what I would. That to me, that's more important than their name. Like who are they on KMS Twitter?
We'll find out.
Okay.
I'm not too concerned about that.
Okay.
Andy. No, I don't think. Where are you at, Mike, on this whole Dave thing? 2 days later.
In what sense?
Just overall. Do you feel like it was handled properly, not properly?
Yeah, I'll tell
you run your own world now.
I'll tell you why.
Blindmike.net.
Well, thank you. I'll tell you why I think it was handled properly. I asked Dave. I got in the car and I was ready for like an uncomfortable car ride, and I go, "How you feeling?" And he goes, "Good. 2 years is about right." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So
do you think
it's-
he believes that, or do you think that's like a thing?
if he doesn't believe
that
it,
coping mechanism, or
he
is he-
presents very well.
Well, good then. If that, then I don't know what even the debate's about then.
But I'm always terrible because when Steve left, everyone was like, "Yeah, I saw the writing on the wall," and I'm like, "What? What is everyone talking about?" So I didn't see this. I could tell you were frustrated the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, man,
so
I
it
thought
didn't
it was
surprise
pretty-
me the other night. But in general, if you asked me 3 weeks ago, is Dave going to be fired? I'd be like, "No, of course not."
Right. So yeah, again, I don't know if he was fired or not, but
Well, whatever you
I
call
consider it quiet firing.
it. Sure.
A soft firing. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you said on the show, you said you should probably be looking for jobs.
Right,
But it was
that's-
like a couple weeks ago.
Right.
You could take it as like, oh, that's Kirk busting balls, but it was actually that's how
Yeah,
Kirk
he
felt.
probably didn't hear the rest of it because he butchered the audio on the YouTube thing. But that's fine. Who needs to hear that or see that? It's the fault of some guy who drove a car into something. Who knows, right? Who's to say?
Is that what happened that day?
Well, what happened?
They came in and diagnosed the entire neighborhood and recognized that there was interference on our Wi-Fi because of the entire neighborhood, and it knocked us down.
Okay.
Diagnosed. You're going to have to sit down for this.
Yes.
Your Wi-Fi is out.
Oh, Andy just changed pages, Mike. Go ahead.
I got a bunch of pages.
I'm here. I'm ready for it.
Well, I asked about the job descriptions. I know you said you verbally stated them, but I think it might help people to have them in written form.
This is the written form. They just heard it. They can write it down themselves.
I think it's still going to be confusing to people as to
I laid out pretty basic right there. Like the producer's job is your entire life is a show. What else do you need to know?
So
You
you
want
think you'll
someone
get
that's
more
not
than
confused by that.
You
I
think
don't
you'll get
want
more
them-
than 2 years out of someone if
I don't want
they're
more than
being-
2 years. I want to get somebody else.
Well, that's what I was saying before. It's
no,
it's like 2 years is just about the lifespan of how long someone can do this.
No. These guys were treated like babies. They should have been able to last 20 years.
So you're going to get 3 months.
No, 2 years. They'll get 2 years, and after 2 years, they'll ask to be let go. And I'll let them go. That's it. Like, I don't want them to go to the
They'll beg
bathroom
for
for
it.
2 years. I'm dead serious. Like I want their whole life to be off the show. I don't want them to sleep, nothing, eat, breathe, everything. This guy is 28 years old. Like he's just worked for Barstool Sports for a major podcast.
Yeah.
Can actually work on the case if he wants to. He can do whatever he wants. If he says to me, "Hey, I have an idea," go do it. "Hey, I want to do this," go do it. Dave never did that. Like the world is open. Dave's dream idea was some hockey podcast or something once. I never heard anything about that. Remember that? You were like, you wanted to do something in the hockey world. You had some idea. Somebody, believe me, somebody will tweet it to us. Somebody will tweet
Yeah,
it.
but
Don't
was
worry.
it just like a thing on a Ryan Whitney show? Or is that what you're
I have
talking
no
about?
idea. I don't know, Dave. But the point is, that's not Dave's fault. He's working on a lot of things on the show. But if Mick or somebody else came up to me and said, hey, Kirk, in addition, I want to try this, I would say, fucking, all right, if it helps the show, if it's content for the show, go for it. It's Barstool Sports. You can literally do whatever you want. The guy who runs the company has no idea. He thinks Mike works for the company. Steve calling, he doesn't even know. Right. Doesn't matter. And I would say, knock yourself out. Go for it. And I want, in addition, Mick, I want a team of interns. Yes. A team of interns.
Yes. Delegate some tasks for them. Make sure everything. Yes.
Yeah. I'll handle all that. But I want like 6-8 interns as young, hungry, ready to go, ready to move up. And I want them to say every day, I want Mick's job. I want the producer's job. I'm going to be better than them. And I want Mick, the producer, to say, I'm going to be better than you. I'm going to keep this fucking job. I want it to be a goddamn war.
Nice.
I don't want this fucking like, oh, yeah, well, I can't come in today. I'm like, it's okay if we do it on Friday. I got to go to the zoo. Or I got to go to Jonas. Fucking Larry Jonas has a fucking album fucking signing. Like, I have no patience for that. I have no patience for that anymore. I have a lot of time left on Earth. So I want to get this fucking thing done.
It's like Pacino on Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't do it. I'm too old.
Yeah, exactly. Me and Jim Brown just hanging out. Like, and I will say that crazy standing ovation at the live show the other night meant a lot to me. And I realized this show means a lot to a lot of fucking people. Sometimes I forget. So I'm here now to tell you the show is first and foremost in my mind. And if you're not equal, I am saying at least equal in obsession with the show, it's the fucking door. Start stepping and hit the bricks. Let's go. That's a message to Mike too.
What did I do?
I don't know. Just fucking wake up.
Yeah, are you really gunning for Mike?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's next. Yeah. I'll break him.
How come?
Just because it's something to do.
You could just stop inviting me in.
Nah, that's rude. Anybody can do that. It's no fun than that.
You have me in here.
Yeah, it's more fun to break somebody down. But Jesus, are you crazy? No, I got a couple of things. That's like a next spring. That's sweeps next year. We're a long way.
That's good.
Yeah,
It's in the 3-year plan.
Yeah, we're a long way from that. But yeah. So wouldn't you say the intro thing is pretty damning?
Meaning what?
With Steve, like Dave and Steve. Steve had a bunch of interns.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you put it that way, I never understood when you always said that's a producer thing, they're afraid of their job. I never really understood that, but I guess I get the idea of them not wanting someone to usurp them.
I don't think it was that. It was just like he might be around. Just didn't want. He wants to handle it.
See, that I don't understand. Because that would just make his life easier.
I don't either.
Well, delegating's tough. Like, people you're like, I have all this shit to do. Do I want to just keep doing this shit myself, or do I want to take on the additional, although temporary, burden of training other people to do it and being responsible for them? So I think people just end up coasting and just try to do everything themselves.
Milton's final summer warehouse sale. Bill texted me yesterday. Was like, hey, I don't know. Can I send Dave a new copy, or should I go through you going forward?
Did he say
I was like, I can tell you one thing. Don't send it to me. Dave could be gone Dave could be dead, and send it to him before you send me a copy for this stuff, because I don't understand any of it. What's different in here, Dave?
New summer sale. Summer warehouse sale.
Oh, good. Excellent. All right. They're going to I know Bill's going to be there tomorrow night. Are you going, Dave, tomorrow?
Yeah, if you want me to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go. Why wouldn't I? Of course I want you there, buddy. Mike, are you going?
I'm not.
You know? Oh, you're not?
No.
You should go, Mike.
It'd be great if Portnoy fired me for not being there.
Sure.
He still thinks I work.
So you're not going?
No.
Fucking bad boy, man.
How is that bad boy? I'm going because I can't see well. I'd have a tough time getting around. What a badass.
You drove down that Maryland thing, that comedy show. You're blind there.
I didn't go alone.
Colleen will be there.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Justin is. I prefer Justin in that
I
role.
understand.
Yeah.
Milton's final summer warehouse sale is happening right now. Last chance to take advantage of all these blowout warehouse sale prices. Tom Bahama, Vineyard Vine, Johnny O, Peter Millar, Faraday, incredible prices, 70% off. Polos, t-shirts, shorts, swimwear. Get moving right now, because it's going to be nice for the next few months anyway. Might as well get some stuff in, get ready for next summer. If you're going away, golf trip, whatever. If you're getting married, by the way, buy one, get one free suit event is going on right now. I'll have my Milton suit on tomorrow night, I'm happy to say. If you want to shop online, go to Miltons.com. Check out their sale page for best deals before they are all gone. And Milton's going to be as comfortable in our stores as you'll be in our clothes. I will say, Bill said he said sad to see Dave go.
We all are.
Yeah.
Except you.
I said, do you want to make a case for him? And he said, no, not really, no.
I've got work to do. The store opens.
The shirts are going to sell either way, but now it's calling up to pay for them. So yeah, Miltons.com, please.
No more. What are the odds? Bill's still dismantling a mannequin to get Cullen a shirt in the future.
It's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. Dave's gonna go in there like Meter does now and be like, "Oh yeah, I get this, infomercial commercial. Can I get a I got a sweater. I need a sweater for the show. No.
While it's half it, you sure you don't want me to?
Yeah. Oh, I'll do it. No, I'm happy. Yeah, it's fine. No, I don't know. I still talk to Kirk. Yeah, it's good. No, it's good. Yeah, I don't listen to the show anymore, but be that whole thing. But, Jesus.
Did Bill stay for the Plymouth show?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, so he got okay.
Oh
cool.
yeah,
Nice.
he was there. Yeah.
He's a sharp look. I mean, he should be. I'd never seen him in person. He was sharp looking. He's a walking advertisement for Miltons.
What are you talking about?
What's going on here?
He looked great.
He looks good. Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, he was there with his son. That was very nice.
That guy, he walked by and I was like, that guy owns a men's clothing company. Like
He
you can
doesn't,
just tell.
but yeah.
He doesn't own it?
No,
Oh,
Dana
okay.
Katz owns it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. But he's I think number 2 in the company.
Okay.
What else?
What's that blue binder next to you?
Oh, that's from one of the shows. That's a bunch of my childhood photographs.
Oh, that's nice. Can we see some?
Sure. Here's one right here of me and Ryan.
Oh, the two brothers. Nice.
Here we are. It's a nice one.
It's weird you guys are spaced so far apart, but
Well, it's because I molested them frequently. So, yeah, legally I had to do that. God, I still remember putting my penis in his asshole for the first
It's a
time.
very short restraining order.
Well, hey,
A picture's length.
There he is right there.
basketball star.
Yeah, basketball. So, yeah, there you go. Number 33. There I am in the old Bill Rucker house reading a book at the kitchen table, my underwear.
Can I be honest? Mm-hmm. I was hoping that was Julie's pitch.
What's
That
that?
binder, that big thick binder
Oh,
that's
no.
full of family photos. I thought it was.
My mom was very into things like this.
Yeah,
Like these family, I don't know who that.
that's kind of gone by the wayside, huh?
Well, yeah, kids don't.
It's just Instagram now.
Yeah.
And there is, by the way, you can see the car of the actual Suburban.
Hey.
That's historic right there. I masturbated in that car, Mick.
Very good.
Yeah. That's me in my golf outfit. So there you go. Yes. Through the years. Maybe I'll do a through the years show one time, Mike.
I gotta say, I didn't realize Mick would be so like a professional. Every time you go to him, very good.
Well, I think he's got Mayo here. Dave's here. It's a tough spot, Mick, right?
Oh no, I'm
definitely a
not.
tough
I'm not
spot.
saying he's not talking enough. I'm saying when he does talk, I like the professionalism.
Before we'll get some more Mayo questions maybe at some point. You want to hear Nustin's pitch here?
Yes, I'd also love to hear Julie's pitch at some
Sure,
point.
we can do that.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just say, did you read this, Dave?
I read it. Yeah, which one? Nustin's?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you
And I
read
talked to him a
Did
little.
you read the end of it or no?
I forget it, but what
That's
was
true.
it? Yeah.
Dave's never got the end of anything.
What is it?
It's like, that LeBron James thing. They always first page of a book. You ever seen that Twitter thing where he's always reading the first page of a book?
Yeah.
That's Dave. So Justin, should I not say his last name?
Yeah, don't say his last
Okay.
name.
Well, okay. It starts out, to whom it may concern. And then it ends, I thank you so very much for your time and consideration. Hakuna Matata, Justin.
Wow.
I'm surprised it doesn't go with Nustin.
Well, you can
Just
figure out
for-
why if you...
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's like the mullet of resumes. It's all
It is.
business up top.
Upon reading your posting for Reduction Tech, I was eager to jump at the opportunity to expand my career as a thriving producer with the illustrious Kirk Minahan. I'm a huge Mina fan. I would love to be part of what makes the internet great. I suppose that probably means of.
Yeah.
To me,
Part
it's
of
always
what
good
makes
when
the
you...
internet great.
Yeah.
I was
You saying KMS is part of what makes the internet great?
You disagree with that?
No, it's just an odd phrase. It's part of what makes the internet.
You also spelled of wrong. The skills required for this position include everything I want to be known for.
Can you fucking do them though? That's
Also, he wants to be known for something. I'm known. That's it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Ideally, my career goals can be reached. It's almost like this guy's crazy, Mike.
A little bit.
Ideally, my career goals can be reached with the hard work and commitment I have for the Kirk Minahan Show, a company and business model I've idolized for many years. So there you go. He gets into the time I spent in this medium feels short, but I've been involved with some kind of media for 3 years. By the way, he's listing in his resume being an intern for this show, which I don't even remember actually happening.
Technically,
It
he
did.
did. I guess.
How long was he an intern for?
sure
A week?
did.
I don't know what he actually did.
What did he do?
he sang on a couple shows. Didn't
Okay,
he?
all right.
I was
Like
gone by
Ayahuasca
then, I
Rob?
think.
I've been a fan of Kirk for half a decade. He's going to school right now. I would move across the country for Kirk Minahan Show. But sadly, it's only Milwaukee to Massachusetts, so it's not moving across the country, he says.
Oh, that's a fun little
And he
bit.
spells Massachusetts Massecustis.
Well,
I'd have a problem finding.
How do you pronounce that?
I'm surprised you picked up that it was Massachusetts. Honestly,
Massecustis. How do you Massachusetts?
Massachusetts.
Mass.
I have no clue what he's trying to say.
I know what he's trying to say. He's trying to say Massachusetts.
how he got.
But he's
to that
also
point.
saying he'd be willing to move across the country, but then sadly he won't do it because it's only half the way across. So he won't do it.
No, he's saying he will do it. He's saying he wishes he could move from even further away.
So what's stopping him? Why doesn't he get in the plane?
Yeah.
Fly to California, drive here and produce
Establish
a show.
residency
Well, no, I'm saying if you
in
want to
San
try out,
Francisco.
even like Mick's doing here,
Yeah.
for Nustin to do this, I want you to go across the country. Fly to, I'll even make it like Reno, which I would consider a cross-country drive. To me, it's ocean to ocean.
Right.
But
Because
go to
then into the whole all in taking it is 6,000 miles. or
correct. Then drive from Reno to here, park the car, and do a job film producing for the show.
It's interesting.
Do I want this guy in control of my social media? I think maybe. MASSECUSTIS.
What's encouraging about that resume though is I genuinely
Doesn't the thing go like, isn't like an underline, like a red thing when you spell it wrong? Like
Do
that?
you have that technology?
Yeah, right.
I think when it's that wrong, it's like he must mean to say this is his buddy's name or something.
Your computer just exploded.
Yeah.
it was a stroke.
With the addition of the video responsibilities that come up with the unique challenges of producing engaging content, I am ready, willing, and able to tackle this opportunity with everything I can. With Kirk, I can be part of a company. With Kirk, I can be part of a company I can be proud to be a part of.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nustin.
I thank you so very much for your time and consideration. Hakuna Matata, Justin.
Professional, very professional.
That's his problem-free philosophy, I think. His resume is, he has these technical things. I don't know any of these things. I don't even know what this is. Audition, I don't know what that is. SoundForge, who knows? Milwaukee Radio Group producer. Grew within the company from part-time street team work to working full-time as a producer.
Hey.
Mostly produced for WJY. That's the religious one, right?
Sure.
Okay. Griff Vegas Enterprise, content director. That sounds familiar.
That's the John from Scranton, that whole
Oh, is
crew,
that what-
GVE.
okay.
What does it say he does for them?
content director.
Content.
Does that mean he buys crack from off of John from Scranton or Coke or whatever? Okay. I like John from Scranton. Okay, I like him. He's a good guy. Barstool Sports research intern.
I guess.
Okay.
He did a lot for the case, I remember.
Full Sail University is his education. That's fine. Radio air checks he did.
Research intern. For you guys? That's how he listed you guys?
Well, I don't think he was doing it for pardon my take.
No, but was he doing
No, he was.
research for you?
He was, no, I have no idea. Was this a Steve hire or was this a Dave hire?
Steve. Steve.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he was an intern. Like what did he do?
I mean, I can't imagine much. Research.
I can't get past the Massachusetts thing.
He did the research that's on your desk every day.
Okay, I was wondering who did it.
I'm encouraged by that resume because genuinely, I thought he was a guy that found the phone number randomly and called in one day. And because because based on his first phone call, it had nothing to do with the show.
No, he's insane.
Yeah,
Didn't he like put a knife to his throat on your show?
that sounds right.
Sounds like
What a
winner to
fucking
me.
world where we're like,
Who can remember
yeah,
that?
vaguely that I think that did happen. Bring him in.
I see this next person, this woman who's applying for the job, is for the kind of dot in the i's across these job, has a 3.7 GPA from Harvard and a degree in psychology. Meanwhile, I'm sure I'll fucking hire Nustin over her.
Well, that's again the tandem you were talking about with Elite, where you hire Nustin and this person.
Right.
I don't like the GPA on the resume.
She got 3.7 at Harvard.
That's worth bragging.
I'm fine with that. She's this person has a real resume. Did you see this person, Dave, or no?
The one. Did I attach the email too with the Tom Brady?
Yeah, that's problematic.
Yeah,
But
this one's real. Yeah.
What's the Tom Brady thing?
hire me. I'm the best decision you'll ever make. Tom Brady quote at the end of it. Is that worse? But is that worse than Hakuna Matata?
That person will not survive in this world.
That feels like not knowing the show.
They don't know you.
Yeah, right.
They don't know you. Tom Brady.
How about this? Kirk
they don't know that he's Tom Baby.
Kirk speaks the truth. He's credible. He's created an impressive sphere of influence, and I have the odd desire to make him proud. Since Since so many have let him down. I'm in a room with 4 people who have let me down over the years.
Interesting.
So yeah, it would be nice to finally work with somebody who hasn't let me down.
I've let you down?
Yes, you've let me down.
That's nice. That means you had some kind of expectation.
true.
That's a good point.
So.
No, you have not. I won't give you that. You have not let me down. You're exactly right.
You care.
How was Mick let you down?
Yeah, I was gonna say you expected something out of me.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that
Yeah,
episode 3 of
Mick.
that Vegas production.
It's coming.
Mick, you work on it.
Once that woman dies, yeah, you guys are fine.
Yeah.
He's like Sam Harris. He just drops a podcast whenever, you know?
I like that. It's a good attitude.
Mick is kind of at a disadvantage too because he's going first. Like this conversation today.
See, this person wants the Harvard person wants the do Thursday's show, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah? All right. With Jeff D. Lowe.
Oh, is he coming in?
And somebody else from Barstool probably after the show. Wednesday.
Yeah. When did Jeff get in touch with you about that?
I don't know. What do you feel like you have
none of
something
your
on him?
business.
Yeah.
No, do you?
I tried to guilt
Aren't you
him on
obsessed with
Twitter.
him, like something about donuts or something?
I think he lied about donuts once. That's
Yeah,
it.
fair.
No big
Will
deal.
you pull this chair around here so
Nothing
Jeff's
to-
cock will have somewhere to sit?
That's a good question. Jesus Christ. He hasn't been in, I don't think he's been in here?
No?
No.
Yeah.
He's so far has not been a good friend to you, I think. You do a lot for Jeff, and I don't see it being reciprocated.
It'll be weird having a huge cock. What did you do with Bree Hunter's cock? How did we deal with that, Mike? I don't remember.
Say again?
With Bree Hunter's cock, how did we deal with that?
How did you?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think she's got the proper holstering.
Yeah, I think so.
Has
methods.
she applied?
I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. That would be a big no.
Have you warned like the mayor that Jeff D. Lowe is going to be in town? Downtown Boston, the police,
Oh
everything?
yeah.
Yeah, that's more of a Cambridge situation, but yeah, I mean, you have to go through Cambridge to get here.
Certainly.
So yeah, I would think. I'm worried about just going out with him even in Boston that day. Like that's like, I mean, I've been around people.
Jeff.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
his
completed. I
girlfriend's
got all
sister
9
went to
today.
Harvard.
what's that?
His girlfriend's sister went to Harvard.
Maybe this is who's applying for the job. I don't know.
What's the background? What's the relevant? Do they have any digital multimedia production experience?
No, I was going to say I don't think she wanted the production.
No, this
side
is the
of it.
second. This is the dot and I's crossing T's job.
Okay.
Director at a big company, so I know how that many beverages order for an event. She said she's led marketing communications, over $10 million budgets for over a decade, huge USO celebrations with NASCAR. She
Oh.
promises ensuing smooth, seamless, cost-effective experiences are memorable and a raging good time.
Interesting.
I like that. There's a little personality.
I mean, again, if you're
We'll see. It could be a disaster. We'll see.
if you're going for normal, then that's a good candidate.
Yeah, but normal, maybe a little playful. We'll find out.
You also don't want to.
They like the show.
You don't want
it
to get
seems.
sued. You don't want to get sued.
What do you mean by that?
If you get too normal of a person and then they get like chewed out on the show or something, I don't know. You don't
bring it on.
Okay, all right.
Diana Tully and Julie DeCaro lawsuits. Bullshit. Joe Curtatone. Bullshit.
Oh yeah, did Dave? I'm trying to think if I did. Do your employees sign the thing that Dave talks about, where it's like basically you can't sue us?
No, bring
That
it
sort
on.
of thing?
No, bring it on. That's fine.
Is that still a thing at Barstool? I'm not.
I don't know.
I wasn't being an asshole about it. I remember
never-
that was a story.
I never signed that.
Yeah. Neither did I don't think.
No. I don't. Maybe.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
just
know.
in the office.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that. I could ask tomorrow. We'll find out. What else?
What was Julie's pitch? You mentioned she had a big vision. I'm very curious about that.
Let's see if I can find it.
Step 1, get rid of Dave.
Check.
Yeah, she did a good job with that.
30 hours a week for $300,000? Something else.
Mick, you keep going up. Come on.
I mean, come on.
It's 175,000.
Come on.
How much
Not
you want? How
right.
much? What would your salary ask me?
I'll work for free as long as you want me to. I'll work for free today, tomorrow, the next day.
That's interesting. That's an interesting.
Well, you can't do
component.
that though. How much you pay? It's you have to pay.
You said you wanted someone who cared about the show. As
I know,
much
but
as
Mick,
you do.
but that's not realistic because then
Oh,
you will
well,
stop.
then
You will
you're-
stop. You will stop.
Whatever your lowest number is that you pay a producer.
I can go pretty low.
There you
Say
go.
that.
We'll start there.
I'll say that.
Some would do the math on minimum wage and say, "Wait a minute."
Times 40. It's like, no, realistically, what do you think is realistic given your level of experience, your age?
I mean, I wouldn't blink if you offered me $50,000. I'd say sure.
Okay, that's interesting.
So 45.
That's interesting. Yeah,
But I also would say 25. I would do it.
okay. Well, you have to negotiate against yourself.
I'll
Mick.
keep going lower.
Good God, Mick.
The Geary strategy.
There it is. Jesus.
What does your girlfriend do for a living? I might ask.
She works in the restaurant industry as well. She's a manager, though. She kind of manages at a corporate restaurant,
Oh,
more
okay.
the back end side, not like on the floor.
Okay. All right.
Could she move?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's actually a couple different places where we've scouted. We've scouted moving to the Boston area, so that's,
You have?
that's a possibility. Yeah,
Is your family down there?
they're in the Cape. Yeah, they're down in the Cape.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, all right. We'll see. Anyway.
Mick's a dark horse here.
Yeah.
Nobody really talked about him immediately, but I think too.
I forgot he existed.
I was saying before, but
I'm not gonna lie to
you moved right on. Mick's at a
Well, you asked me a
disadvantage.
question about. I'm trying to.
He's
answer
at a
other
disadvantage
question.
going first because this has been a wealth of knowledge for anyone coming in to audition. Like if Montante comes in tomorrow and does not have a million ideas for what he would do as producer, then he's a fucking idiot. Because you just said you want someone with a million
He's a fucking
ideas.
idiot. He doesn't have an idea in his head.
He's
You
Montante's like.
think Montante's have like a big vision and idea? He's fucking brain dead.
I think Montante's
You nuts?
Montante sometimes is surprisingly creative. Like I remember one of his complaints about Clemmer was he thought Clemmer should have been doing live betting on his simulated Marlins games.
Oh, good. Let me hire him then.
That's not a bad.
What a
idea.
dream. What a vision. My God. Regular fucking op. All right, here it is. Wants to run everything for you other than producing the show. Plan and execute live shows and live events, book guests, coordinate your travel, help with the case, including research and procuring interviews and evidence. Merchandise if you want to. Interface with the corporate side of the Barstool. Will be on any boring conference calls. Basically run KMS and the empire like a business. Paying close attention to the metrics with the goal of maximizing revenue and making your audience happy. That was her first. That was in her first message.
What do you think? Do you want to run it like a? Do you want to grow the show?
That's not a huge concern of mine. If it grows organically, great. If it doesn't, I mean, I understand the show is, like I say, it's claustrophobic. It's hard to jump in.
Yes.
I get that.
Yeah.
But there's also, say what you want about the show, but there aren't many shows, even at Barstool, that could sell a 2,000 seat place anywhere. There's like probably 2 of them, maybe 3. Would you say, Mike, or no?
Yes, chiclets. Pardon my take.
Right.
The dozen.
KFC?
I guess,
KFC does the
No, they
right?
can, yeah. So you're talking 3 or 4 shows.
Yeah.
It does not really a show, but I'm saying it has an audience like this. I don't think any show has an audience.
But yeah,
like
that's about it. Oh, for maybe Chicks in the Office.
Well,
I
sure,
don't know
they do
what
well.
they do. But
They
yeah,
do
that's
well.
about
But
it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The elite group.
Yeah. But I mean, the show's growing still. It's grown, so I'm not, they seem happy with that. I mean, I've signed 3 fucking deals in 4 years at the place, so I don't think they're that worried about it. So, I mean, whatever. Like I've said from the start, people always, was like, this was never going to be a massive, huge show. Or even Mikey the beginning was like, oh, I don't know. And like,
I still don't agree with you in the sense that, like, I always say it's the only thing left that's like a Howard Stern type of vibe.
it has
the biggest show ever,
It's a huge podcast, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It's fine by me. But like, do I care about like selling shirts? It's just not a huge priority of mine, if I'm being honest.
Right.
By the way, if Dave Porto texted me today and was like, hey, this is a big priority, well, he owns a company now, so we will work on it.
But what if you had like a business manager like Julie who said, Kirk, I know you don't care, but let me just keep the shop stocked with T-shirts because your fans are going to buy.
Sure, that'd be fine. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, there's been none of that.
No, but I think Dave sometimes maybe would just take okay, Kirk doesn't care about it, so we're going to just let it fall to the wayside.
Yeah, I think there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, what else? That was Julie's pitch. Then we talked for a while, and she'd be a great pitch. Like if I had, I'd hire her in 2 seconds.
There's no chance of her.
Well, I mean, she wants $175,000. I don't think she's going to work for $17,000 part time, working 20 hours a month.
Mick has set the floor.
Yeah, get Mick for 20 and throw some more.
Yeah. No, I don't think. But I also think I don't think the job is that all encompassing. I think that's a part time job.
Yeah,
we have 4 or 5 live events a year. You count everything. Like
no, Julie.
like,
That's
I'm
why
not
I
going to pay somebody. I'm not going to pay
pitch.
somebody $150,000 to make sure the manager with the cheeky monkey has the door open. I'm just not going to do that. I know I'm simple. I'm minimizing it, but I'm just saying, like, that job is more important.
Julie's pitch is bigger than what you're looking for, I guess.
Right now, yeah.
It would be interesting to see someone like Julie in a role like that and run with it. If you had like a Mick, just like a scrub idiot that you're driving into the ground,
That's what I want.
and then a competent business person
That's
on
what I
the
want.
other side.
Well, that's what I want.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want.
I would, as a fan, I would love to see that dynamic.
Yeah, like we'll see this person comes in on Thursday, for example, if she does. Like, if she's like that, if she's good, you pair somebody like Mick or somebody like Justin or somebody like Montante or somebody, I think that's, and they work completely separately but also together sometimes, then I think that's great. That's kind of what I have in mind, yeah.
Okay.
There is a vision, Like the great people, like the great
what's the
thinkers,
vision?
like
Give
the
us the
Einsteins, the
vision.
Minahans, the Montantes. We all have big visions. Montante's going with these big ideas. He's not going to have a single idea. He'll have a half-brained idea that'll get picked apart in 30 seconds.
What's the vision over the next 4 years?
You just heard it. Like we're just going to, I mean, the show. I don't know how much the show's going to. You want the show to change a lot?
No, I'm just curious if
What do you mean?
you signed a 4-year deal and maybe you're thinking
We'll do more live
let's
events.
try-
I think
yeah.
we'll go around the country and do some more stuff like that. I think we're going to start looking at stuff like that for sure. That's going to be. I could tell you that's what has been discussed on both ends. They want
Cool.
to see more of that. So, we'll be in different parts of the country, here and there. And, like this huge Barstool integration. Like there's going to be a big Barstool, a couple of huge Barstool things over in 3 I could think of over the next few months that I'm part of that I can't talk about. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're sticking around.
Thanks. Thank you.
I clapped. I was part of that
Good.
standing ovation that meant so much to you.
Good. So did Justin.
I abstained.
Well, you didn't hear it.
I didn't know what was going on.
To be fair, nobody. I was surprised anybody heard it. What else, Mick? What else do you have to say? What else do you have to pitch for yourself?
I had for a pitch for myself. What I can do for you?
in general.
I mean, as far as like the creativity as a producer, I think the main thing would be learn from Dave's mistakes and make sure we got content up on every single platform every single day.
I like that.
I think that would be a minimum bare effort. And when you say delegate something to interns, I feel like that would be a something that where you wouldn't have to look at anybody else other than me or whoever is in this role. Where hey, why is there no Instagram video? We're not talking intern Steve or whoever said no. It's all based on the producer. It's your job. I think that was kind of what you might have been missing. Where I feel like you're very lackadaisical, and I don't know if Dave can speak to this more than I can, but maybe if you're Dave, you're sitting there saying, well, he doesn't really care about Instagram, so I'm not going to put focus on Instagram that much. Like I can see how that thought process could have went there, or I feel like if you just eliminate that altogether and treat everything the exact same, no matter how you feel about it or not, I don't know, I feel like that would go a little bit better.
I think that's a good answer.
I would agree.
I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Well, I think you have any stories for us today?
I have a best of Dave Cullinane little montage.
Oh, you
I put
do?
Together, yeah.
Oh.
If you want to listen to that.
there you go.
Sure,
That's-
I'll listen to that.
I mean, I think it's some
good
of the
thinking.
best ofs here.
Okay.
Hang on.
And just so you know, pause it real quick, Mick.
Yep.
He's early enough in the process where if it's terrible, I'll do kind of like, no, that's like when there's like a bad parody song. I'm like, that was
yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, okay.
You know, that one where it's like, he tried. Like, we like him.
I'm
We like
curious
him.
to see what this
That's a
is.
big one.
I think it's just a minute and a half. It's quick.
How good is it?
It's good.
Out of 10, what would you say?
Good.
I'll give it a 6.5, but I put it together last night into today, so I didn't have a lot of time.
Excuse buffet. Here we go.
She's heinous. I mean, she's just. I fell in love with a stripper that night. We got shot at that night. It was a bachelor party.
You got shot at?
Yeah.
Did you get a picture with Ray Lewis after or no?
This is not a bullshit story.
Yeah.
Not a bullshit story.
I believe you. So
I have. I don't want to call them because I don't want to implicate anybody else.
I
In this.
understand. Very easy for me to say, listen, you can't do this. You can't do this. But it's bullshit.
But she can if she gets in a car or gets on a plane.
She
and
can't
goes
afford a
someplace.
plane.
That's not
Why?
realistic.
She has no money, you idiot.
Why
She
should
has
she
no
have to do
money.
Can get it done. Wearing normal clothes like I'm wearing now, so I'm going to be producer of the day because Dave's like the CEO of this whole operation or whatever, and he was doing it in a cunty way. And Jerry just sat there doing fucking nothing. And he
Snyder?
should have had my back. He should have called him an asshole like I called him an asshole in that moment.
He elevated you to CEO.
What, you're just gonna sit here and be a pussy? Like he clearly talked down to somebody.
Knock this guy's teeth out.
What if just knock him down? You can just call him an asshole. Why are you being an asshole?
I just picture the officer showing up after like the shooting and the 58 stabs. Why'd you? And Dave's just sitting there like totally calm. He's done. Why'd you have to do it? It's like, does it look like this guy's wearing a suit to you?
Mike Montante for saying something stupid. He has 0 fucking listeners. Nobody gives a fuck about Mike Montante. This is fucking Michael Maserati who makes hundreds
Tony
of thousands.
Maserati,
Whatever his
stupid.
fucking name is.
Shut up.
It is the dumbest thing. You are the biggest
Dave, shut
cancel
up. I
guy.
said shut up. What song is that?
Blurred Lines.
Blurred Lines.
Problematic.
Oh. Should play a Jonas Brothers song.
I was gonna say either sad song or Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
I'd be going with.
or no music at all. Or
a good
very
idea.
low. Yeah, it was good. No, it was good.
It was quick.
Do we want to give him some feedback?
Quickly.
Huh?
Do we want to give him some feedback?
Yeah, you want the Kirk Minahan feedback? Sure.
Yes.
The music was too loud. And the clips were too long.
Yeah.
There was too much back, but it was good. But I like the initiative. You're more of an anti guy. I'm a pro guy. I'm smiling because he did it. I liked it. He actually picked good moments. I will say you could pick a bunch with Dave. To Dave's credit, there are a million good moments. He picked good ones, and he did it. Where he's Montante's not gonna fucking do. No, Montante doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah, and that,
No chance. He knows how to do that. I don't know how to do it.
maybe Montante should come in tomorrow with his own montage prepared.
Maybe.
Compare it to Mick's.
Maybe.
There you go.
But yeah, Mick, you picked really good moments.
Thank you,
Like
Andy.
the Snyder phone call
Great
is
moment.
one of my favorite KMS moments.
Great day for
Yeah,
Snyder.
that was
Reached out to
terrific.
me on Sunday night. He was very happy.
Abortion Air was a good one. So yeah, that's the guy
Michael
who gets the show.
Maserati.
Yeah, he's very worked up on that. Well, you continue to cancel people, Dave, if it's right.
It's part of my beat. Yeah. That's a life.
Will he turn on me now, Mike?
Oh, interesting. You've created a very powerful enemy, my
I didn't
friend.
think of that. Shit.
What's going to happen when Dave lands a job in the media?
He'll be mocked relentlessly.
Yeah, right. It's going to be.
course.
Oh,
Of course.
sorry, Dave. In advance, I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, Steve's stuff's so boring at the
I was
main
gonna say
wire. we
Steve
can't-
hasn't really gotten
It's
a
just so dull that we
Yeah.
can't even do it. I think he was on. Do we have the Shattuck sound with Steve?
I do. I have some.
Okay.
Hang on. 1 second.
I don't like that. I don't like being told to hang on, Mike.
Well, he's learning the
I'm
technology.
not calling it Eddie Endelman when I was 14. You know. Yeah, like talking about that.
I have Shattuck talking about the Dave leaving. If you want to hear that real quick.
Not what I requested.
All right, hold on. I have it. Just give me 1 sec.
Why don't you just say, oh, yeah.
That'd be
But
amazing.
not with Steve.
It'd be amazing if Shattuck and Steve were talking about it 4 days ago.
Acronym for that or something. The Baj Noir Joe Ita Kuveni.
Is this the one that's going to shut down uranium mining around
Yes,
there?
yes.
Yes. Oh, great. So the big time Russia hawk is going to use his national monuments authority to make us more dependent on Russian uranium. This is a fantastic policy. I'm sure.
I told you they just crashed.
I mean,
I was laughing at that. Like, no one thinks that's funny.
You know what I like about Steve, though? He would make that joke to me.
Oh, he would, totally.
Knowing I have no fucking idea what he's talking about.
Steve has a thing where he gets in that like lower tone. He's setting up a joke. He's like, oh, like the guy who does that. I'm like,
and then you know to laugh, though.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, Shattuck was talking about what? About me or Dave?
Yeah, just Dave's departure.
Oh, I did not. I'm embarrassed to say I didn't hear this.
Fun speculation and just thinking out loud by friends and acquaintances of ours. But among the many reasons why I'm not going to be Kirk Minahan's new producer is that one, I have a job.
Hold on. What is he talking about?
He's turning down the offer. Save your offer, buddy.
Who mentioned? Who
Don't even bother.
Many
who
people
reached out?
Many people, he said.
I think he thinks he's a candidate.
Oh, God.
I think he's getting ahead of the buzz. Like the people chanting outside saying,
Jesus.
Shattuck.
Does he acknowledge that is he kidding or no?
Here you go.
Do people think I don't have a job? I have a job
people? Who's he
with a
talking
paycheck
about?
from a company
Guys,
with
enough.
a contract.
This stuff makes me nuts. I hate that.
Stop
There's
hounding
no-
the guy.
Oh, did I just hear that cunt?
There's no doing that. I mean, there are opportunities.
What'd you say?
Is she miscarried that baby yet and done us all a favor?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure it's healthy.
I'll tell you right now, if she miscarried that baby, I would crawl to the hospital. I would get a piece of bread. I would dip it. I'd eat that blood and that fucking pus. I'd shit it out and I'd lick that toilet bowl and fucking run around the room.
I don't know how good that is for you.
I'd do it. I would do it. That's how much I care about the show. Oh, Shattuck, you puke.
Mick, do you care that much?
I will. I'll do whatever he wants me to do.
Yeah.
I certainly do.
Get Dr. Dan on the phone, please. I want to thank him again for beating the shit out of Shattuck 50 years ago. I can't help it. I don't hate Shattuck, but whatever. I do. And even Alice seems nice. But I did hate that one-day divorce thing, and now she's pregnant. That
was weird.
Shit like that. I have no patience for that. Yeah, Dave the other day saying Shaq could be a good producer for the show.
He would.
He would not.
Well, I'd enjoy him.
He wouldn't. He's on. Like
If
he's
you
on.
if you could have him in on Friday so I could listen rather than participate.
Ugh, he's a vomit.
Yeah, too strong. Too strong a personality.
He's a zero too. He's just, you think like Steve's pushing political agendas. Oh my God. I like the idea that Shaq's like, I have a job. Like if he said went to Odyssey today and was like, can I get out of my contract? I'm sure Odyssey would be like, no way. We can't let you out.
No chance.
You mean so much of this cluster. Jesus. Thank you, Mick, for laughing.
Not Shattuck.
Huh?
We can't lose Shattuck.
Exactly. See the chemistry right there, Mike?
I liked
Do you want me and Mike to leave?
I'm just saying the guy.
Yeah, we should get out of here.
Mick's all right. I'm okay with Mick.
I like Mick.
What else? You have anything else, Mick? By the way, you have any stories or?
I had a question for you. I don't know. This could be a complete. This could be a bad drop here. But did you say that your father had dinner with Ronald Reagan once, or a president?
Nope.
No. All right.
Definitely did not.
Sure.
I misheard it. Maybe someone on the show. No.
Was it you, Mike?
I mean, he may have. But
My dad and Jimmy Carter were good
There
buddies.
we go. Yeah.
Mike had dinner with his dad once.
You know what? That's what you're thinking of. That's what you're thinking of. Yeah.
Did you one time or not?
Well, appetizers.
He left. He's like,
They
had to
ran
use
into
the
each other at
bathroom.
some
I
way.
can use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Yeah, my dad every Tuesday had dinner with Harry S. Truman. They had a great time.
That's who it was.
Dinner with a president.
I don't know why I thought that. I don't know.
Who would it even be?
Your dad and Nixon were talking about the Jews.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could have had dinner with like Ronald Reagan. I guess like after he spoke at something.
I got a pretty good KMS memory, and I got nothing for that, Mick. I don't even know.
Did your father have a dinner with a prominent person in U.S. politics? Maybe a senator?
You might have been
Maybe
joking.
Ted Kennedy? Was it Ted Kennedy or someone like that?
I don't
know.
I don't think so.
I didn't just make it up out of thin air. Like
you definitely made up the president thing out of thin air.
Maybe the president, but
You're changing your story now, so you did make it up.
But could he have been
stories are
joking?
crossed.
Like a caller said, "Hey, did your dad? Who's the most famous person your dad?"
It'd be
He
a
said,
problem if Vickers applied for the job, Mike. He didn't understand what the jokes were.
No, I think it was
that might be an
I'm
issue.
trying to get to the bottom of it.
Did your dad fuck Dan Quayler?
What are you saying?
I think you were telling a story about like how your parents were mad at you or something, and it was like after this big dinner. And I thought it had something to do with a.
I literally have no idea what you're talking. None. You may be right, but I'm just saying I have no memory of this.
Oh yeah, maybe he did sit next to Ronald Reagan. I don't know.
Reagan advised him.
Sit next to
discipline
Ronald
you.
Reagan.
That's why it was crazy. I was like, did he really just say that?
Two people definitely wouldn't remember that. Me and Ronald Reagan the last 15 years of his life. I didn't even know. Were you taking notes for, Andy?
I just do. I just take notes.
What'd you write down right there?
I wrote fascinating president dinner because I was
good,
thinking
good.
maybe I was thinking
A Trump tweet. Trump tweet.
I was thinking maybe Tim and Canton's our only hope.
I was just going to say Tim and Canton will be
He's
pouring
listening.
through notes
There's no
later.
way. Well, I know there's no way my dad. I'd be curious. It's an interesting question. My dad ever met a president?
You would know. You
Like
would
the
if you
Bushes
knew
in
it. You would
Maine?
know that though.
Yeah, he saw them in Maine, but I don't know if he ever shook their hand.
Did
Maybe.
Senior Goose's ass?
I don't think so.
No.
He was always very nice when we saw him in Kennebunkport. Both President Bushes I've seen. President Trump I waved to at the White House with Jerry that time when Jerry Thornton hogged that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And my brother met Clinton one time.
Well, you've spoken to Trump too.
That's true. I didn't meet him though. It wasn't like
Yeah.
a face-to-face meeting. I don't think. Yeah. No, I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. Maybe somebody will call and correct.
Maybe you'll remember.
Yeah. Or maybe it just completely didn't fucking happen.
It would have to be.
Think
If
that's
it
possible,
happened,
Mick?
it's got to be some joke he's referring to. Because Reagan would be the joke answer.
No, this wasn't a joke. This
You
was,
know that's
this was you telling a story.
We can maybe get rid of this later. You know that's Jim Murray, right? That's not Ronald Reagan. Okay, I just wanted to.
What?
I don't mean to be. I think it's one of the greatest running gags in show history that we're good friends with one guy on the #1 radio show in America, sports show, and the other guy doesn't. Thinks I'm Linda Pizzuti, and the other guy does stuff for the show. They both did things for. It's like that's like I think underrated, unbelievable thing.
Yeah, and you guys almost got one of them fired.
It's a #1, right? It's a #1 sports rated radio show in the history of the medium. One of them listens to the show all the time and contributes. The other one, like, texts me as Linda, still thinks I'm Linda Pizzuti.
It'd be great if Maz went on air one day and it was like, I don't believe it myself, but I just got a call from Ronald Reagan last night, and he told me I should quit.
So I'm resigning.
He's trying to cancel me.
Would you consider him if you had conversations behind the scenes, Jim Murray?
I considered him before I hired you.
Yep.
And he had just signed, and he likes. Didn't consider him. I mean, I would have hired him, but I think he really likes what he's doing. Like he just likes talking sports still.
But is Jim Murray a guy you could be as hard on as you're saying?
That's the other thing. No,
You know?
no, definitely not. No,
Yeah.
no, that's what I'm saying. No, God, no. He's like also a friend. Like that doesn't
Right,
really.
right.
That wouldn't really work.
He'd be great in the third chair, though. He'd be good in the
Awesome.
rotation. Yeah.
Awesome. I wish he could do it, but for some reason I'm poisoned. I don't really quite. 5 years I don't understand why, but whatever.
It might be the like eating fetuses stuff.
I mean, we know
Slightly.
if I said on the radio, I'd be dead. But who gives? Nobody. They can't get in trouble on the
Well,
podcast.
do you think a Jim Murray though would worry about like a clip circulating on Twitter?
Sure.
Of him him and that type
No,
of content.
No,
like,
definitely not. He would do it. He would do it.
Yeah?
Management doesn't. No, he would do the show in 2 seconds.
Okay.
2 seconds. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. What else? That's the only question you have of me?
I just really want to
Is
work
my
for
dad
you.
at dinner with Ronald Reagan?
Some of the
We
questions
finally
I've
put
had
that controversy to bed.
We went through it. I asked you if you wanted to go to any weddings. I asked you if you any bachelor parties. I've asked you all that stuff last time I was here.
What the fuck are you talking
You don't
about?
remember our
No.
you don't even remember our
You don't
last
even know you were here.
You
See,
covered it
I'm
all.
starting to think you don't remember any of your shows because I asked you.
I don't remember any of my shows.
I was here in January and we were talking about
it's-
Vegas. We were talking.
It's hard to believe I
about,
don't remember this. That was. You know how many shows I've done? You think I had no idea you were here.
Come on, you've been. I've heard you brought me up quite a bit on the show the last 3 months.
Would you say I brought Mick up on the show quite a bit the last
yeah.
2 months,
No.
Andy?
Oh yeah,
Quite a bit?
In
I
what
would say-
context?
I would say no less than once every 2-3 weeks it gets mentioned.
Really?
Yeah,
I figure the guy won't shut about his Reagan dinners, so when do you have time to bring Mick up?
You mean like making fun of you for the Vegas thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So you haven't been the topic of conversation.
I didn't say I was driving the show.
3 weeks. You were okay. I don't. Whatever. Anyway.
It's like me saying I come up a lot.
What are you?
It's
And what
like
are
it's
you?
something
And what are
that-
you? What are you talking about? Dinners?
Yeah,
I mean, weddings. What are you
No,
saying?
I mean last time I was here, I was talking about the bachelor party and the wedding
can-
party.
who can forget that
and I
famous
said,
bit?
And you told me, and you said I will never go to another wedding again. Pretty much.
my kids. I will.
Oh yeah, that's nice of you. But I
You-
meant
oh,
like somebody
I-
else.
No, definitely not.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah, I'm still stunned by that one.
What do you want me to say? I don't want to go anywhere.
You want to go to Mick's wedding?
No, I know. I'm not gonna, the cake for that's gonna be unbelievable. It's gonna be incredible. What kind of cake was it?
It was a vanilla cake, some sort of vanilla frosting cake. Nothing crazy. It was more the picture was nice. The design was very nice.
There was a party. Who was like, this is kind of weird.
It was a nice cake. I mean, what?
Just asking you a question. Like, you did 50 podcast episodes. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Is it weird to celebrate? I thought. Listen, Beyond Average did pretty well. Beyond Average has done pretty well.
So is this one, but nobody got me a cake.
Maybe they should.
How many episodes have we done? No. How many episodes have we done?
It's got to be at least.
Dave, how many episodes have we done? I know you know the answer. You're a top
750 or
I was
something
gonna
like
say
that.
it's close to 800. I think.
No.
Yeah, isn't it?
Really? Oh, I don't know.
Well, 500.
We
Steve
just
was
did
still
5.
here,
We just
I think.
did 5.
Yeah, you got to track.
I would guess. We'll figure out the. Well, I'll guess right now. Don't look. Nobody look, Dave. Don't look. Stop looking, Dave. Everyone, write down the number. Mike, you don't have to
Mine's
write
in
it
my
down.
head.
Are we guessing something? How many episodes?
No, Andy, just write a random fucking number.
I wrote 11, but then I
That was the
realized
stupidest moment in the history of the show. Honestly.
You're doing the thing where you want to see how many numbers we know. I get it.
You wrote down 11? That's the stupidest moment in the history of mankind right there, ever. You have children?
two of them.
God, you do me a favor, just write down another random number. Go.
All right, now everyone write down
What'd
the
you write
color.
down?
11 again.
You wrote down 11? Yeah, it's a good number, isn't it? It's my least favorite number, by the way. 2 odd. My least favorite odd number twice.
Like you're making one of those paper things you did
Yeah.
in school. Like,
You think I'm a magician or something? Like, yeah, give me a number. Give me a number.
You are magical.
Well, try to write down the number of episodes that there's been of the Kirk Minahan show.
All right.
I feel like there's a lot, that part of the dozen now.
How much time do we have?
what?
Well, because if you give me a minute, I'll actually try
You
to
have 10
do some.
seconds.
You have a day and a half. We'll come back tomorrow.
Mike, what number would you have, if you could just pick, forget the show, if you just
Yeah.
I said to you, give me a number, what would you have given me?
38.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, Mick, how many episodes do you have?
562.
Ooh, I think that's low.
I do too.
Dave,
817.
I think that's high. I could be wrong though. Andy, we know, is 11.
I put in 681.
Price is right, rules.
Did you really?
Well, once I understood,
I have
yeah,
682.
That's my guess. Really?
Yes, 682. Yeah. Mike.
I'll stick with what I said is 750.
So, all right, do we know? We'll know by the end.
If this is accurate,
Tim will call.
the back end says 738.
Ooh.
How many did you say, Mike?
750.
Nah, you went over. I won. 682. Bang.
Oh, 682. You're right. You win.
By Price Right rules. Yeah. What do
Fuck.
you,
I was thinking I won.
how the hell would you possibly win? You have 681. There's
thought
no
I
rule
was-
that 681 would be closer to 750 than 682.
Yeah.
This
I
guy
forgot
does
that-
not know numbers.
Do you know 682 is higher than 681? Do you know what numbers are?
I'm a smart man.
Like,
Just not in everything.
by Price is Right rules, your 11 beats Mike's 750. Because he went over.
Right.
You're mouthing the words
Yeah,
right now,
yeah.
Andy. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Before you got in here, he referred to himself as an intellectual.
Do you have does numbers part
Yeah, I said a douchey intellectual.
are numbers part of your job or no?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, they are, and it's not my strong suit, so it's a growth area for me.
Okay.
Something I'm always working on.
Well, maybe a little Stella Blue would help you in the morning. Go to StellaBlueCoffee.com. I'll be seeing my good friend Dan Katz tomorrow night. Promo code Kirk for 10% off your first order. Don't wait in line at Starbucks. Don't do any of that crazy stuff. Good price, good coffee. Helps other guys. I saw Dan handing a big check over the other day. Paws Animal Shelter, helping dogs find homes. I like that. StellaBlueCoffee.com. Minifans out there, get moving. Promo code KIRK. Let Dan know. Tweet at Dan. He likes that, please. 10% off your next order. Enjoy your coffee. Please do that. StellaBlueCoffee.com. Promo code Kirk. And let Dan Katz know you did that. What else, boys? Anything else?
You got any interest in this Billy Walters book?
No. It lost all its juice once Phil went to Live. Like, now he's like a maverick. If he was still on the tour, it'd be a massive book. But the minute Live happened, it's like, oh, he gambles.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, he loses that whole sort of craziness to it.
Oh yeah, I've heard nothing about
Nothing.
the Live merger.
Nothing. It just kind of happened, and they're doing Live events, and the PJ Tour's doing their thing.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of lost all the balloons like Coney. Like, it's just a popped grape. It's just kind of lying there.
Maybe could that have been their idea? Is like if we just buy the fucking thing or merge with them, then it's over.
I guess, but I don't know. I think the PGA Tour was just going to lose money in the lawsuit. Like, they were
Yeah.
going to get bled. They just don't have as much money as the Saudis, so they had to make a deal.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think. What else?
Jersey Jerry is looking for somebody to paint his house. I don't know if you saw that. He's
I
having a
saw the
crisis.
video. He's got a lot of
crisis.
issues with that house. He's
Yeah.
got the ghosts going on there. I was in that home. It seemed nice enough. Very nice, actually.
It's a former dentist office.
Yeah, that's where we shot the
Yeah.
Dr. Dan scene.
Did he get a good
Dan.
price on it?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
given. I thought the neighborhood was really nice. It's like a corner house, and you go down a couple of streets. It's a nice downtown. I was stunned at the price. In Massachusetts, it would have been twice as much. Now, the dentist office might have been the factor. I think that's
Right.
But he's talking about renting it out to a dentist too.
There you go.
So
While living there?
This is a good
Yeah.
investment
So
by Jersey Jerry.
Yeah,
You're in the chair and Jerry just walks by in his underwear with some cereal?
I think they'll be separate. I think
Okay.
the way
I
they
like
set
my
up
way
was separate.
better.
Yeah. I think it would be a good reality television show. But
Is that one of your most surprising Barstool friendships when you consider like the first time he ever came up on the show was when Marty Mush started dating that woman?
I don't remember.
And Jersey Jerry, you
I
guys,
remember that, but I don't remember what Jerry did.
you guys were playing
remember.
clips because Jersey
Very
Jerry
well.
was explaining to Marty why he needed to like separate from Marty.
did he really?
And he's like, for me and the Jersey Jerry brand, and you guys
I
fucking
got no,
had a field
I got no
day
problem with
it.
that. Now.
That's not what I'm laughing at, actually.
yeah.
What he said was he was trying to explain why it can get tricky to work with work with people you date or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, for example, someone here offered me a blowjob.
That's very funny. That's funny. He's a very funny guy. I love Jerry. He's very funny. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I hope he'll be there tomorrow. Yeah, Jerry makes me laugh. He's a great guy. We're part of the band of three. What else?
Menners was being a little bit of a horn dog on the YouTube network last night.
Oh.
He is a horny little
All right.
man.
Well, good. Play the clip, I guess.
All right.
Is that right?
I don't like that question.
A lovely young lady. I lost my virginity to a girl called Alicia, so it brought back good memories for me having someone with that name on the show.
Yeah.
And I thought
I
though
would
she was a
suggest he's
little
masturbating
bit,
to the episode, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
She was of legal age. I mean, that's fine.
Well, sure.
She's-
Yeah. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just it's
It's a creep, but
it's
yeah.
something we know now. You know, we can't unknow it.
I didn't make it that far. I listened to some of it running this morning. I jumped around a little bit in the episode. I didn't quite make it that. I don't think I heard that part of it, of that episode. You know, and once I hear that coach guy is a nice guy, and I have to say, that Kyle guy is a tune-out to me. His connection's bad. He's very loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounded like shit.
Yeah, he's just kind of a dick. But I like him. Like, do you hate him now, Dave, or no?
No, I don't hate him.
Not at all?
He's a nice guy.
Dave might need some tickets in the future.
That's true, too.
I mean, in this world, you do shit like that, right?
Do you hate anybody now more than you did 48 hours ago?
Nope.
Jesus, Mike, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I would hate somebody. Yeah, somebody I would hate.
Yeah, but that's not how Dave is, though.
Yeah.
It's the same as I said. He takes things well. That goes for this as well. He's not going to hate people all of a sudden. Even Bob Snyder, that was sort of a
I was never
phony
really,
baloney,
right,
you know?
Right.
No,
do you,
that was real.
Do you feel like you'll have a job this week?
I don't know about this week. I feel confident. Definitely within the month, I feel confident. Well, I can't say definitely, but I feel confident.
Are you interviewing? Anything set up or no?
Nothing formal set up. The ones that are familiar to me, the discussions are. It won't be like a formal
Is
interview.
that like Barry Armstrong?
Not him. No.
That world or no?
That world. Yep.
So financial stuff?
Financial, real estate. Yep.
Okay. Why are you whispering? See what I'm saying, Mike?
No, this is.
Yeah, but he does this all the
is
time. Yeah, I think you're scrutinizing it too much. I think he's always like
I
this.
don't know. You just said it's different.
I sound different. Like we're in a different.
Oh, the mic's
tone.
the thing's different. Gotcha. Are you down on Mike at all?
I mean, I've always been down on Mike.
Yeah, he does this.
Seems like
not
everybody
good.
is these days.
Not good. That's true. You're right about that. What else?
Very
man?
hurtful.
That's all I got for sound.
Jeez, what do you think of that, Andy?
Did you pull that cut yourself?
Andy, I've pulled all the sound today.
Okay.
What grade
All
did you
of
give
it.
Mick?
Mick?
Yeah.
For today?
Yeah.
A B,
I
B
think
minus.
pretty solid. I
Yeah.
think pretty
B, B
solid.
minus with a lot of, like I said, he went first. That's always a disadvantage.
That's tough.
I think I would be interested in hearing him come back.
I think he can come back. That guy Tommy Quinlan. I think he might want to do something next week.
I know when he wants to do it.
Oh, when?
Sunday.
Oh,
If you're doing a show.
oh,
on
we do.
Sunday.
We go on Tommy Quinlan
No,
time.
no, if
I
you're
didn't
doing a
realize
show.
that. Oh, what part of the country is that, Mike? Do you know? I know you're a big time zone guy. What's Quinlan time? Do we know?
I thought he was
fucking idiot.
Eastern time
He
zone.
did word it like that. He said if he's doing a show on
Because he has
Sunday,
shows
is
during
that
the week.
possible? Yeah.
What time are his shows?
I think he does the morning show he produces, doesn't he? And then sometimes he fills in the afternoon.
Is it some dreadful show or what is it?
No, it's a good like regular morning political show.
You don't listen to it though.
I've only heard it like in
You have
passing
no idea if
when
it's
it's
good
on.
or not. Then
Well, that guy's been around.
Who-
Gene
is that the old guy?
Valenci,
They
yeah,
call, that's
yeah.
that guy they call all the time.
No, not that old
Oh.
guy, but it's some guy.
That guy
Gene-
I want him. I'd
That
hire.
would be incredible.
I love saying to him, "Look, now you work for me. 40 hours, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year."
What?
So Tommy Quinlan's a real dude,
I met him at Plymouth. He was in the VIP.
but that's his name?
Why wouldn't it be?
I thought Tommy
He's like a
Quinlan
superhero or something?
I thought that was a reference to the Cullen cut where someone called him when
That's
he's
Tommy
like
Tommy
Donahue.
Donahue.
Oh fuck. I thought okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah, you couldn't hear it at the live show, but yeah, it's Tommy Donahue.
What are you gonna ask about Reagan next? What's going on here, Andy?
Jesus Christ, Tommy Quinlan. Why would that be a fake person? I don't understand.
I thought it was just a KMS reference. I thought that was his parody account name this whole time.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, let's take some calls. Can we set that up? Can you set up Mick or no?
Yes, we can. Dave showed me how.
Okay. It's confidence inspiring.
So we're going.
Anything going on in the universe, Dave, in the world, Dave, in the last hour and a half or no?
Nothing in the KMS world. It doesn't seem like. He just brought up the Menners thing. I was going to say, did you see what's his name, Mike Francesa yesterday, all over the bar?
No, I didn't see that at all. Was that on Twitter? Was it awesome? Was it epic or no?
Actually, like it was good, just like easy listening content.
It was crazy to see a picture of Clemmer sitting next to Francesa.
Yeah.
It's actually, it was like insane.
I'm sure he never shit on Francesa when he was on this show.
Take it easy, man. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you, I don't love freewheeling Francesa.
No, I feel like he's trying too hard now. His son works for Barstool, right? Is he an intern or no?
Oh, I don't know. He kept mentioning his son in the clip I saw.
Yeah, I think his son Harrison works at Barstool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think. By the way, speaking of which, another Harrison threw his name in the ring to produce the show.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Wow.
Harrison Seamus Minahan.
Oh.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Give him a shot.
Yes. No, not the drip Harrison who was afraid to sit in the car with Mike because he thought Mike was going to rape him again.
I was going to say, I don't know if he's built for it.
Shove his cock
He knew
out
what he
his
was
throat.
getting this time, at least.
That's the last guy I want to go against because Mike's defense would be unbelievable.
How bloody would that coup be if Harry was your producer? Because he would take over.
He can handle all that stuff.
kill
He
you.
said so. He said he wants to do one episode with Colony.
That'd be great.
And I said to him, I said, Dave's leaving the show, and Harry paused. He said, "Oh, he's whatever." He's like,
It's about time.
and he's like, as long as you don't get rid of Rico, I'm happy.
That's good.
He's a big Rico Bosco guy
Really?
for some reason. I don't know why.
Is he on TikTok?
No, but because Rico got that final answer right, he loves to lord that over me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He's like, he's the reason he won that tournament, Dad. That's what he says.
And he's got a fun name, Rico Bosco.
Yeah.
Has he ever heard a Rico call? He must not have.
Well, he listened to that one show a couple weeks ago. And Rico only called 4 times, so I think he missed it. Now Rico's going to hear this and be upset. So I have to apologize to Rico. Everyone understand. Like I like when Rico calls and it's bad. I think it's funny. A and B. I need to keep this team chemistry together. I need to win another championship. There's not much you can do about it.
It's nice of you to humor him.
By the way, the telephone was invented quicker than this phone process is taking.
Ready to go.
Huh?
Ready to go.
Okay. Do we tweet it out? Yep. All right. I'll retweet it. Phone lines are open, it says. Okay. Which one should I do today? Which I quote tweet, Andy? Full, let's go. What do you want?
Let's go.
Okay.
I like a good let's go.
Yeah.
I like to say let's fucking go when I get on the YouTube chat.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
The YouTube chat. What YouTube chat?
The YouTube chat.
When he
for your
watches
show.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, for this show, there's a chat.
Yeah, the chat's always hopping.
I'm on.
Got to respect the chat.
I've not done the Immaculate Grid today, nor have I done the Daily Dozen.
You do Wordle?
No.
No?
No, that's not for men. It's just not.
Why?
It's just not. The name is not a manly name.
Interesting.
Immaculate
That's very
Grid.
old
That's a Jerry name.
Yeah.
Grid.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Wordle. Wordle. I guess Wordle kind of is. But it's more of a.
it's
Jerry's more of a Wordle.
Wordle.
Yeah. Oh, did you play Wordle today? Jerry's having a lot of fun with this. Did he weigh in, Dave? I mean, you're his old producer.
I did not see him weigh in,
No.
unfortunately.
You know he's going near this one?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
He does no fun stuff ever now, right? I don't think. Like,
He gambles with the boys, I think, right?
does he do
During
that?
football season.
Did Montante cancel a Jerry thing to produce this show?
Well,
That's what Dave said.
I don't know if he canceled the whole week, did he? Because he's in the week.
I don't know if he canceled the whole week. I just know he had to make arrangements for Wednesday for sure. So
Yeah.
Tom Shattuck will be producing.
Oh,
Jerry
Jesus. God almighty.
How do you think Jerry liked that?
I think Jerry's all right with it, honestly. Like, I
Yeah?
think he's kind of, we just don't, I mean, by far, since I've known Jerry, this is by far the longest we haven't talked. But I mean, not even close. We haven't talked since whenever that was. Was that February or something?
Something like that.
He's just he's just a hateful guy, and he's like a culture warmonger.
Yeah, he's
You
just, I'm one. I mean, I'll never speak to Jerry again, but it's kind of like he's just gone the way he's decided to go, and I feel like a lot of it's bullshit. I just feel like he doesn't believe some of the stuff he's slinging. Like I saw him even like with the Obama guy died in that thing, that swimming thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's like doing that, and you're just like, Jerry's. My issue is Jerry's smarter than that. There are dummies like Will Kane, and these guys are idiots. Like Jerry's slinging bullshit now. He's just to stay alive. I don't know how he's doing. I have no idea. You know, and then when Craig like gets political, you're like, get me the fuck out of here. I mean, this is like it's embarrassing. Like it's Jerry's smart. Craig's an idiot.
I like it. I think it brings a little bit of intellect to my program.
Yeah, Jesus. You should do that. You should show just on that. All right. Hello.
Hey, it's Nick. Hey, it's Joe. And Kevin. And we're the Jonas Brothers.
What's up, guys?
Is Dave there?
Yeah, you can talk to him.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
We hear you're sad, big guy. But don't get stressed out. We're gonna get figured out. Deep conversations at the Waffle House. Is he happier?
I'm definitely happier now.
He does have a smile.
Na, 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 na. I'm a sucker for you. Doo-doo, doo-doo,
I like this
doo-doo.
guy. I like
Say
these
the
guys.
word and I'll go anywhere blindly. I'm a sucker for you. Hey, is he happier?
I'm very happy, yes.
Well, good.
Ooh, this is an SOS. Don't want a second guess. This is the bottom line. It's true. I gave my all for you. Now my heart's in two, and I can't find the other half. It's like I'm walking on broken glass. Is he happier?
He looks happier to me, guys.
Very happy.
Oh, cool. Great. Thanks, guys.
All right, see you, boys. Guys are welcome anytime. That was nice to talk to them.
Yeah. They do brighten your spirits.
What was Steve? Steve was gay for Bublé, wasn't that right?
Certainly.
Oh yeah, he likes
certainly
Michael
was.
Bublé.
Yeah, love Bublé.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Stephen the Carlos and the Bublé. Just driving down, going to his next fucking library or his
Have
next...
yourself a merry little
Fly
Christmas.
me to the moon.
Bublé's fucking terrible.
We know.
Terrible.
That's a joke. Andy.
Terrible.
We know. We know. Andy. We know.
This guy knows two things. He knows music and numbers.
Hello.
Hey, who can get me in contact with the editor at the Barstool page? I don't understand.
Go ahead.
That was riveting. It was hilarious. It was cringeworthy. It was unbelievable. So I'm like, oh, there must be. It'll be all over the page on Monday. I'll check it out. I'll get updated. Nothing.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Cullinane getting fired?
Sunday
or
night
quitting rather?
Cullinane, yeah.
No, that's not the way it works. We're a limit. We're a niche show at the company. They care more about. We've done this before. I don't expect that.
I just don't understand it. It was unbelievable
Well,
television.
thank you.
Well, that's
Thanks,
something Mick or whoever the next producer should write a blog about it, if that's something you want.
Sure, if they want
You know
to. I
what I
mean, yeah, that part of it is not super.
Right.
I'll say this: if we were part of if it was on the Barstool main YouTube channel, and a couple million people were watching it, like I'm guessing that page was idle at that time, right?
Oh, yes. You mean the
On
main
a Sunday night, yeah. On a Sunday night, I'm guessing at 9
probably
o'clock,
so,
there was
yeah.
nothing going on there. My argument would be, forget us. I said this to Kevin.
Any show.
Yeah, if the fucking Mean Girls are doing something, or if Trent's doing something, they should all be on. Like right now, nothing's on there, right? I'm guessing.
I think the logic between the individual shows having is that their shows can grow. Like
Sure.
if more people subscribe to Barstool's YouTube page, it's just a clusterfuck, and you have 50 different shows to go to.
But then you can just say, hey, here's our page. We do things separately over here in
Sure.
addition to.
No, I
That's
agree with
That's
you.
how I would do
Yeah.
it. But, I don't know. They know what they're doing, obviously. They got, dozens of people going to the show tomorrow night. Hello. Virtually dozens. Hello.
Kirk, I understand why you have Mayo in. It's to torture us listeners.
One
Why do
second.
you have him to torture yourself?
Tim, 1 second. Tim, does Tim actually hate you or no?
No.
Tim, do you know this? Did you hear this president thing or no?
Negative, and I'm going to look into that, but I don't believe that.
No chance, right? I don't think.
No,
think.
and
'cause-
I'm probably the only fan of Beyond Average podcast.
That's right.
But you haven't talked about Mick in probably 6 months.
Tim, that's just wrong.
So we talk about all the time. It's endless.
Certainly not every 2 to 3 weeks.
Mike
not even
doesn't.
mentioned.
Mike has never, ever, ever, ever given me advice or criticized me off air except for once. Where he's like, "We got to stop talking about Mick."
It's enough, or I couldn't come in anymore. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't listen to his show, so I have nothing to contribute.
Right. Because I'm obsessed with it. I love Beyond.
Yeah.
Remember the other Beyond Average guy, like bludgeoned our show messages? What the fuck? He was becoming like an asshole. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Is that right?
Was that Alec or Christian?
I have no idea. One of them. Who's Alec?
That's my brother.
I think it was your idiot brother.
Yeah, I told him not to do that. I told him not to.
He didn't listen to you.
Clearly.
Okay, good. Another winner. I'm glad he's gonna be a great guy to have in our life.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, Tim's been in a malaise since his heart attack, so he missed the
That's true.
the
That
Mick
could be.
phase.
That could be. Yeah.
So Kirk, Andy's right. definitely like Andy the person. I fucking hate when he's on the.
That's
would
why
rather
that's
listen.
why we have him here.
Yeah.
That's why he's here. You know that.
Why?
That's
I know.
What grinds your gears about him?
Yeah, I get that, but he's driving you crazy too. That's the part I don't get. He suggested not doing employee reviews on the fucking show.
That's bad. He did. That's
do not misrepresent what I said.
You did
yes,
say
you
that.
did,
You did say
Andy.
that. You did
I
say
said
that.
in addition to doing it on the show, should there also be some communication that occurs outside the show? In addition to it, supplement it.
That is not what you fucking said.
Well, then I
Andy.
misspoke,
You said
Tim.
don't do it on the
Then
show.
I misspoke, Tim.
You didn't misspeak, Andy.
I like
You
this.
said
I like
what you
lively
said.
Tim.
No, I'm pretty sure I said.
I like when you like this, Tim. Tim, what's the word you said in the car? What was it?
Vamoose.
Vamoose.
yeah.
Vamoose. You're in your vamoose mode right now. I like this.
Your heart's getting worked up. Jesus.
Tim, don't die. Don't die and you argue with Andy Mayo.
Tim, if that's what I said, then I misspoke. I would never dream of suggesting that.
Imagine telling Tim's kids how'd he die. Well,
if we just heard right now.
He did, Tim. I will agree with you. That's absolutely what he said.
Wait a minute.
This guy, shut up.
I did say that.
The Kirk Minahan show. This guy's like, why don't you do this kind of,
for the normal candidate, for the normal dotting the I's and crossing.
But
the
why?
T's
Nobody wants to hear that.
Because if you want a normal person will not be able to go through
this
that.
Is why.
Tim. That's why I
this
did
is what
this,
I'm talking about. Why do you do this to yourself?
A normal person won't survive it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Take it easy.
You know why he doesn't get the mole cut off?
Why is that?
Because his whole fucking brain is in the mole. So he can't cut it off.
That could be it. It's a big brain.
And I actually like the guy.
Oh,
Everybody tunes out when he's on. He's never.
I don't think
every
that's true.
suggestion he has is wrong.
You think our listenership will be down today because he's here?
No, it is actually see, I didn't misspeak, Andy. People are going to tune out and that they don't listen to Andy, but they're going to listen to you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
critique him.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. Seems like you do like him, though.
I would rather listen to Trenny talk politics for 8 hours than hear his voice.
Wow. At Plymouth, I was up on that little second level, and Tim was down on the floor.
Oh, you're such a pussy.
Tim was like,
"Mayo, we're gonna get these two in together."
He was like, "Come over here, and I was like a dog that had been kicked and was afraid to go over. It's like, "Why, Tim?" He's like, "I want to say hi to you." And then
there you go, Tim.
He's a sweetheart.
Tim, what's that about?
He's a super nice. He was like one of the nicest people I met.
Tim's a great guy.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. But I totally understand it. I get it. You liked me in person, but you hate me on the show. I get it. I get it more than anybody. I fucking live with myself. I get it.
All right, thanks, Tim. Well, there you go.
We're gonna have a memorial for Tim in 4 months when we find out he died today.
Just a jar of mayonnaise above his. Jesus, that's real hate. That's inspiring real hate. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
I don't get the Mayo hate. I listened the first time he was in.
He's super annoying.
I don't understand the level of hatred.
He's just an aggravating guy. Like I couldn't imagine. Like
I don't like him. He's made me laugh.
It's little brother energy.
Yeah,
that's what I bring. Yeah,
I don't dislike him.
But I used to be a total. I mean, I was really like antagonistic with you guys. Like before.
Yeah, then we beat you down. And
anyone with long-term history with the show, I could understand really hating me.
That's the thing. Like he was like the 5K guy. Yeah. Remember that? Like all that stuff.
Not like me. Someone that actually goes back with the.
Can we relitigate the 5K?
No, I have no issue with relitigating.
You son of a bitch! I was defending it.
No. Hello.
Hey guys.
What's up?
Hey, Kirk, I have a question for you, but before I get to that, I actually hate Mayo on the show and in person.
Yeah.
Did we meet in person?
Talking about, but I was in Portland, and he came off the stage, and I went over to him to talk to him, and I was very nice to him, and he,
Were you on the stage in Portland?
No, Plymouth.
Oh, Plymouth, you mean, right?
Oh,
Plymouth. I'm sorry.
Were you the guy who was telling me about the sound?
This is why people don't like you, Mayo. Who gives a shit?
I said hi to you. I said, "Oh, they didn't really boo you very much. That's good." And you just ignored me. You blew me off. Like whatever.
Oh, did you message me, sir?
So,
Did you message
about that?
Someone messaged me saying Andy Mayo blew me off. He's a real asshole, and I didn't respond because I was like, well, "How am I going to fix this?" But
yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Mike. I'm not sure.
That's worth responding to, Mike. I mean, why didn't you fix that?
I'm sorry.
Prick?
I'll get back to you after the show today.
All right, thank you. You're a psychopath. Get your shit together. Stop. Get your shit together. Come on, stop. Jesus Christ. You care if Andy Mayo blows you off? Jesus. Be happy. Hello.
Good morning, boys. Dave calling in. I will miss you sincerely. You're in my heart, brother. Hey, Kirk. In order of your favorite.
Anyway, back to
Lincoln Hawk.
Go ahead.
In order of your favorite characters from the '80s: Lincoln Hawk, John Dalton, Mason Storm, Frank Duke. Love you guys, Dave. I love you, buddy.
Thank you. I'll just say I'll give you number one, Lincoln Hawk. That's all. I'm obviously over the top. I'm a big Stallone guy. Book Stallone for me, would you, please, Mick?
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, now rank the presidents your father dined with.
That's tough. Boy, I'll tell you, he had the lobster off Rutherford B. Hayes one night. He had a great time.
I mean, the presidents or the meal. You can rank one or the other.
That's what I'm saying, Andy. Hello. It's just. Do you have friends?
Mayo, why is your shirt so wrinkled?
Whoa, look at this.
Yeah, is it?
That was a titty explosion right there, too.
Because I often wonder if I'm wearing very wrinkly
You
shirts.
remind me of like your entire existence is like an Ed Helms character. Like he would play you in a movie. You know?
That's exactly what it is.
That's pretty good.
You know what I mean? Like you're just like an Ed Helms character.
That like,
do you sing ever?
I'm so genuinely hurt right now.
Yeah, it's just.
I fucking hate Ed
Like,
Helms.
That's a great.
That's like easiest casting of all time.
It hurts because it's spot on.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts at the core.
Yeah.
Like a nice guy.
I'm fucking rattled now. There's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he can snap. You could break him and he'll have an epic.
Was that Visualist Dave? Was that Dave or no?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a long list here to run through. Bear with me.
Well, is it really wrinkled?
There's 100%.
Because my wife doesn't iron them, and my wife tells me they're not wrinkled, and I often think maybe she's.
How old are your kids?
7 and 3.
They're a boy and a girl.
Two girls.
Two girls. Oh, okay. Are they starting to understand?
They single?
What do you say?
Are they single? Well, are they?
Is this Justin?
Yeah, Justin wants to know. Are they? Because you get to the age now. I remember when you get to the age where you realize like your uncles and aunts some of them are kind of weird.
Yeah.
Are your kids at the age now where like dad is weird, like annoying?
You know what? You might ask him this last time.
Yeah, it interests me.
And he said no.
Yeah, they're always the last to know though, Mike.
I've got a very Mayo. Oh yeah. Right. Like we had a wedding recently, and like I don't dance at weddings, and I had this big moment where I was like, I'm gonna go dance with my daughter. Like I'm gonna get over this self-consciousness. I'm gonna have fun. I went out on the dance floor. I started dancing with the 7-year-old, and she was like, "Daddy, get away from me."
Well, that's daughters, yeah.
But she's realizing I'm not cool.
Right.
Like well, 2 years prior to that, she would have been like, "Oh, Dad's the best dancer in the world."
Oh, my kids are mortified by my existence. Yeah, that's for sure.
I do worry about the kids being weird because I'm weird.
That's going to happen.
Yeah, I know. So
well, no, daughters are different. You'll be okay. I think. Is your wife weird? If I might ask.
No, my wife is very normal.
Well, she can't. I mean, I don't understand. Okay. Well, what else, Dave? What else?
There's 100% chance that you made a joke about your dad having dinner with Ronald Reagan in heaven, and Mick, it just went right over his head.
I guess that's
what I was trying to say.
There was a joke that he made a joke with like when Steve was on the show or something.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Right.
Yeah. It must have been a throwaway line
Could be.
that
It's
he
possible.
took as real.
What's your take, Visualist Dave, on the whole Colonnade situation?
It's hard to defend a guy that won't defend himself, but I did have a question for you about that.
Sure.
Seeing how he took it kind of so casually, and maybe he's been checked out for a few months, like, do you think he's maybe been doing a little work on the side recently?
Oh, I said that.
Been ready for this?
Yeah, I said at the start of the show. Yeah, it would not surprise me.
Yeah. I think he had a little side action there. Francesca on Barstool Radio was actually pretty funny. He just kept making fun of Frank for being fat and like being like, "No, seriously, you're gonna die." So that was a good listen.
Yeah.
Mick, I got a few questions for you.
Hey, Mick, Dave's your guy, right?
I'm wearing a shirt right here. VD pack.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a t-shirt right now.
You have merch?
Yeah,
I'll buy a shirt.
Is it wrinkled?
We're on we have a rocky relationship, but I'd take a bullet for VD. I've never met him, but I certainly would take a bullet.
Hopefully the opportunity comes up at some point.
Hey, you need your bullets taken for you, VD?
Be proactive, Mick. Just go get that bullet yourself.
Mick, you know my famous line with you, Mickey. You've never met a deadline you couldn't fuck up. How do we prevent that from becoming an issue if you are to take the KMS job?
You know, Dave, I think this would be my last chance. I'd say that I'm finally ready to take this professional and take the bull by the horns and run with it. I think that's what I would say there.
Oh, that's Goodyear's last resort.
There you go. I like hearing that.
Do you remember when Helene gave you the wrong address?
I certainly do. I was ready for some
that's
weird
right.
tension
I
today.
forgot about that.
I was ready for it.
That's right. You were here. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I did forget about that. That's when Mick was here. Okay.
Well, he's been here twice.
Yes.
Yeah, before that too.
He did the whole audition. There was a bunch of people.
Oh yes. I do remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
for Sacco?
Yeah. Or my guy, the Cologne guy, Dave.
Yes,
the guy who was in here the other day. I like him.
Correct.
He's a good guy. I like that show. Hello.
One sec. Sorry.
Nobody looks more.
Here's the real question: what's worse, listening to Andy Mayo today, or the 45-minute bitch fest Mick will record on Better Beyond Average when he doesn't get the job?
It's a good question. That's a good question.
Fair question.
Good question. With a blind idiot weighing in, I think.
Oh, is that Blind Owl?
I think it was.
I was like, what did I say?
I got a great ear for that stuff.
Yeah,
I think I'm right on that.
You're better than me, which I'm usually pretty good.
Yeah, because that should be your superpower, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't know his voice well enough.
No. Oh, shame on you for that.
I know.
Hello.
Hey, this is Rob calling in from Bermuda. I own and operate a bar down here, and I was lucky enough to break the culinary news to Justin.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. I never saw someone's stomach fall so far out of their ass when he was like, "You got to be kidding me! You got to be kidding me!"
He was that
Do you have
surprised.
children? Swear on your children.
Yeah, I don't think he was that surprised, Rob. I'm not gonna lie to you. What bar do you have in Bermuda?
Calico Jack's Floating Bar. It's a pirate ship bar and dockyard right as you step off the cruise ship.
There you go.
Cool.
There you go. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I don't think Justin would be overwhelmed with shock on that one. Although I don't know. Who's to say?
He's in Bermuda?
He's in Bermuda. He tweeted out the other day.
I missed that.
Yeah. He's there for like a week. Did he take a cruise?
I believe so.
Who did he go with?
His family.
Who is that? Like his parents?
Trudell's.
Oh, nice. That's nice. I hate cruises. Hello.
Hey, Kirk. So you had mentioned that you reached out to Big Cat for advice a little while ago. Have you talked to the people at Barstool? Like, have you gone to your friends in New York and Chicago for advice on Dave? And do they agree with your decision?
Well, that's what I talked to Dan about last week. And because we were talking about the radio thing, their battle. So we talked about that a bit. Then I called him the next day and said, "Hey, I'm in this situation." He said, "You should give him, you just sit him down and say, hey, like I'm kind of feeling this way. This is kind of your last chance." And I thought that was good advice. And then I ignored it and went on the show Sunday and did my thing. But it was good, sound advice.
Okay.
Like, Dan's a good guy. Because I think he had mentioned he had some problems
Did you talk to
with.
Portnoy about this?
No. I think Dan said they had some issue with a producer or something, kind of. Sort of similar before the guy they hired now. I forget.
No, I don't know. I know Billy Football left recently.
Yeah, it wasn't Billy. It was somebody else. I like Billy. I saw Billy a lot at the golf tournament in South Carolina. He's a good kid. But no, I talked to Dan about it. It's hard for me thanks for the call. It's hard for me I don't view many people, and there are people at the company who are way more successful than me, but there are people I don't view many people as peers. Like I don't have that.
Big Cat as well.
For sure.
Is Whitney?
Yeah, but I can't reach out to him for advice. He's
No.
not
I'm not saying you should. I'm saying, is that someone you would talk about that with and view as a peer?
Yeah, if I was talking to him, I might.
Yeah.
You said Riggs was upset, right?
Riggs
was anti the move
a
week ago, kind of. I'll see him tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, Mayo had a game involving the men you just mentioned.
You did. You have a game.
Sort of.
All right, well, go ahead.
You can pick Riggs, Big Cat.
Do you think Clemmer will have a legitimate game, or is he going to recycle that Hall of Fame thing tomorrow?
Oh, well, now that you said it, maybe not.
That's kind of my way of saying I don't want to play that game.
Well, or he was going to come in with like the DEC game or something, maybe.
I like that game.
That's always a hit.
That's a winner. That game.
Yeah.
The Yelp game, is that what that is?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Was it Yelp or no?
I think it's Yelp.
Yeah, the Yelp reviews.
So what is this half-ass game you came up with?
I want you to go to your text with either Big Cat, Riggs, or Whitney, and search for the word Cullinane, and then you have to read us the most recent.
I can tell you the most recent one from Whitney right now. He spelled Cullinane wrong. Cullenhane.
Good job.
Dunzo? And I said, sure is.
Exclamation point or question mark?
2 question marks.
Oh, okay.
Riggs?
Will he be on Spittin' Chicklets anytime soon, Dave Cullinane?
I would think so. It feels inevitable. Let me see.
That's interesting. In hindsight, remember they were talking about hiring someone, and you were like, why wouldn't Dave go for that?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Can I ask a serious question? I said to Riggs. This is Saturday, August 5th at 12:49 p.m. Day of the show, live show. Oh boy, here we go. Rick's response. Me, at what point does the content of someone consistently fucking me up and costing me money take a backseat to doing the job well? Never? And Riggs responded, I'm getting a great laugh at the soda and box TV tweets the last 2 days. I said, 30K in Sacco and just arrogant about his fuck-ups, not contrite at all. He said, how small is the screen? Then I sent him this photograph right here with the thing blocking it. And I said, doesn't think the lightning blocking the entire, doesn't think the lighting blocking the entire second floor is an issue. Calling it, I don't think he'll know this. And his thing was basically like, have fun with it, and then you can crucify Colin on the air. He'll get over it. That was pretty. He defended Colin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was mad. That was like an hour of me being seething mad. Like I wasn't as mad 2 hours later, but that was peak. Like so, Rick's a guy I reach out to in that kind of situation.
Which hour was that? Trying to put together
12:50.
I wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, believe me, I got angry then. Once you got there.
When I showed up. I mean, the Warthog didn't bring you down.
You guys sitting there.
Hey, Kirk,
Hey. Breaking balls. For that, like 12:30 to like, Dave knows that because I went for a long walk. I think Dave could tell I was not pleased, right? Yeah. But like 2 hours later, I was not as
That's why I asked, because you seemed relatively fun.
PK. Well, like Dave said the other day on the show, probably the thing that got me the most angry with Dave was like, hey, I'm trying to get you to the show, brother. I'm your life coach here. Like, you know the part I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where he's like, he's gonna get you in the right headspace.
His job is not to panic.
Get you right in the headspace there, kid. You believe you? I'll walk you through this one. We'll get home together. At that point, I was like, if I hadn't got him, I would have blown his brains out, I think. And then mine.
Wow.
Go ahead. Hello. We'll talk about that. BetterHelp, ironically, in a second. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Where were we with Alicia the other day? Disappointing.
Yeah, right?
Hello.
I have a question for Andy Mayo, and I have a question for Mick.
Okay.
Interesting.
Andy, you're up first.
Andy, do you ever ejaculate onto your daughter's face or no?
Kevin, that is a wildly inappropriate question.
Well, you should probably
That's
answer.
not a no. This is a long time to not
if
say.
you don't answer,
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
I would say no.
No, of course not. It's ludicrous.
It took a lot of coaching to get
Expect
that.
better from Kevin. I like that. That wasn't quite as clever as Kevin usually.
No, you're right. You know what? You're right. When he asks me questions, they're always very intellectual.
And also, they'll be illegal.
Of course.
Yeah, you're not going to do that. No.
I'm not going to confess to it on air anymore.
No, certainly not. Question for Mick.
Mick, what's the biggest cock your girlfriend could fit in her mouth? Do you know?
Do you know?
It's got to be bigger than mine.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say she's a smaller, petiter girl.
Petiter. Okay.
Petitish.
That doesn't affect the mouth, brother. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it could though, I guess.
You definitely can get down more than half a foot.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. 7-8 inches then.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't
All right,
sell her
thanks.
short.
Thanks, Kev.
Half a foot's an interesting way to say that.
Some may say 6 inches. He's a wordsmith.
Yeah.
Come on.
Petiter. Hello. Petiter, potato. We all say it differently. Who's to say?
You've been very hospital.
Mayo looks rattled from that phone call.
A little.
It's Kevin calling. It's
I
not
know,
a real call. If you asked me that same question, I would be
Now
like,
we're
you're
starting
an
to think
idiot.
you fuck your kids.
Yeah. Oh,
We didn't before.
We didn't say it was going on before. You just ejaculate. Hello. If you get rattled by a Kevin call, that's what he does.
I know. I'm surprised. He hit me last time I was.
What's
in, too.
worse, that or the Ed Helms comparison?
The Ed Helms one.
Yeah, I think that would hurt me more.
Yeah.
I like that Andy's like, Kevin, you of all people. How dare you?
I know.
How dare you?
All this time. Hello.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
The one, the only.
Hello.
I just want to throw out there that I've stuck a whole junior roast beef sandwich in my mouth. I didn't swallow it. I choked on it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even when I threw up on TJ Hubbard, I had 3 hot dogs in my mouth.
There you go.
So I'm sure, like, petite has nothing to do. I mean, you know
2%.
Riley Reid, right? Like, Aria Banks,
Thank
right?
you, Jay.
Like,
Thank you, Jay.
Tila Tequila.
I say thank you twice.
Yeah.
Jay, is cancer real?
We're gone.
He's 2 days in a row. Concise, interesting points he's made.
That's true. It's progress. We'll take 1 or 2 more, I think. Hello. Hello. There you go. Don McLean, America Pie. That was easy.
Oh, yeah.
That was easy. All right, thank you, Mick.
Hey, that guy called in the other day and nobody guessed it. Did anyone ever find out afterwards what the song was?
Hello. Next call.
You know, it's nice about those. You can answer later on Twitter.
What's up, buddy?
In the room, it doesn't always work, but
I can't help it. Like, I actually like Mayo on the show.
I do too.
It's insane. It's insane, but I mean, it's awful. But I mean, I like him on the show.
He's played to the room well.
Yeah. Hello.
Just had a couple thoughts on the producer situation that's going on. I might be one of the only guys that's sad that Dave's leaving.
Yeah.
He was definitely slipping towards the end, but he brought some great content.
Absolutely.
Just from being Dave Cullinane.
No question.
And that's
No
one
question.
thing that's definitely not going to happen. I will say, I think maybe going with an outside hire, someone that's not in the world, someone that knows the show but not a character would be the way to go.
Mhm.
I heard Miltons is going for the job.
He'll be in the
That
mall.
would be awful.
I agree with that.
That would put an end to all the Rico calls. So, and I think Rico is a great part of the
thought
show.
of that.
That's
Never
interesting.
thought of it. They don't get along, right? What's the backstory there?
The Nadu connection.
Oh, sure, of course.
But Rico's buried the hatchet with Nadu, so maybe he has with Montante as well.
I mean, I got to talk to Rico. If Rico's an issue with it, we'll talk. But I mean,
it in the bud.
Yeah, Rico kicks up. So yeah,
That's why I mentioned Kyle. No one knows who he is. He can produce. I have no idea if he has a personality.
Who's
or not,
Kyle?
but Riggs is a guy that likes the show.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the idiot ticket guy.
No.
Yeah, he's a nice kid. But like I said, I can't.
I know nothing about
I'm not taking any gravy off of Riggs' potatoes. You know what I'm saying?
Certainly not.
I'm not doing that. He's my brother. So
Did Riggs reach out afterwards?
no.
Okay.
No,
Because
he's
I thought
traveling
Riggs,
around.
I thought Riggs might hear it since he listens and
He
then
did
reach out
listen.
to you and
He
say,
did-
hey,
he did li-
it'd be cool.
I'll see him tomorrow. If Kyle went to Riggs and was like, "Hey, I want to do this," and Riggs said, "But I am not. I would never do that."
Yeah.
Riggs and I.
It also be. I have no idea I don't know who he is, so maybe he can't move here. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think Riggs. Riggs is probably my close friend of the company. So I think. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I wouldn't do that.
I heard Dan and Jerry. Is that
What's the difference?
intentional?
That's the brothers. The
Yeah,
brothers are different.
Gotcha.
Well, Jeff.
Family.
Jeff's close. I don't know.
Jeff's up there.
Tough to say. I had no friends at the EI.
No.
What's
We were
Jerry
friends
and I
with
were
Jerry
close.
and
the other guy?
Mike.
The guy who comes here once in a while. What the hell?
Mike Monansky.
Oh, yeah, Mutt.
Was he ripping Cullinane on the phone yesterday? Oh,
Really?
Oh,
no.
He'll be in next week.
No job at Muttstack.
He'll
huh?
be in next week. He'll be in next week. I talked to him. He's like, I'm still trying to get Orbe to do a video for next week's Muttstack for that fucking thing with Felger. He's still talking about that.
What thing with? Oh,
fucking. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Hello.
Hey, R.I.P. Cully.
Go ahead.
Sorry to hear about it, buddy. I think the funniest part to me, the whole thing, though, it's got to be Kirk sets this whole thing up, producers, they won't bring anybody in. They won't bring anybody in. Brings Alicia in for 30 seconds. All right, that'll about do it, Cully. Thanks.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. But thank you. We'll take one more. We can't end with that call, Mick.
I think we mentioned it earlier, but the moment I rewatched it when I got out of here, when
Do you really? You watch it again?
No, the clip.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I listened 3 times.
When
you
he-
really? Oh, okay. Thank you.
When you asked about the Steven Shattuck audio, that's when me and my paralegals threw up our hands and started packing our briefcases.
I can tell you this right now. I'll give you a little insight. I had no interest in hearing it, but I knew.
knew it was
I
gonna-
knew
yeah.
1,000% knew there was no way he was going to have the audio. Knew it. Knew it. It was never more confident than anything in my
A
life.
lot of people pointed that out.
Yeah.
They said the true genius is that he never wanted it, and he
Wants
knew
to-
it wasn't there.
Who wants to hear? You heard it. Who wants to hear it? Hello. See this immaculate grid today.
Kirk, do you think they should have had Francesca on Barstool Radio for a few more hours yesterday?
I'm fine. Honestly, he can break, but like, I'm okay with it. Like, they all love him. He's in New York. What? It's one day. I'm with you.
Point, though,
I'm with you.
Francesca said,
Yeah.
he said that YouTube he thinks is going to be huge.
Oh, he's
He
wrong.
said that yesterday.
That's interesting. Now, that's an interesting theory.
And then KFC turns to him and says, you've always been on top of kind of the media changes going on with radio.
Is KFC
It's
joking
like,
when he does that?
It's going to be more wrong.
He's sucking him off, I'm sure. He's he's his idol. Like, I'm okay with it for a day. Like, after a while, the tweets were like, I get it. Like, he's the legend. And, like, it's fine.
I just don't like it. It also makes me think, like, because I saw him with Rico and those guys, and he's having fun. He seemed like in good spirits.
I
and
like
everything.
that.
Well, I don't, because I was like, why couldn't you do this when someone called and asked about Artie Lang?
No, but I like that at least he's, like, finally relaxed, kind of.
I guess so, yeah.
Like, he's old. All right, one more, Mick. Can't end with that fucking call. I don't care about Francesca.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. This is
Oh.
Dave Culliнаne's burner account on Twitter.
That
Boston
sucks.
Radio Watch.
don't like this guy?
No.
Get a load of this.
This guy,
In 1987, Madonna went to #1 on the U.S. charts with "Who's That Girl?" The question Cullinane asked himself every time a piece of poon sauntered into Minahan's world.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Send tweet.
Thank you, Radio Watch guy. We'll take one more.
I don't understand it. He is Cullinane, but he...
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I've never understood the bit myself.
Let's not get too
frankly.
lost.
It's not very
Let's not get too
well
lost
thought
in
out.
it.
Again, Andy, let's do lunch. These are the things I ask myself when I leave here. I have known to
Believe me,
talk.
man.
I've known to talk to him.
We're best friends. You just don't know it yet, Mike.
Guess we just say numbers to each other. Hello.
Andy, look at this. There's a price.
42.
Kirk,
Yes.
Kirky, I remember the story, but it wasn't about your father and a politician. It was about that time Moss Dudley and Martin Luther King brought your mother to
Martha
see the Eiffel
Luther? Did you say
Tower in
Martha Luther
Paris.
King?
His niece, Martin Luther's
Did
niece.
you say, Dan, did you say Martha Luther King?
Martin Luther King.
Okay, yeah, there you go. There you go. Thanks, Dan.
I am from the Lake in Newton, Mush.
There you go. Thanks. All right, we'll take one more. Where are you guys on that caller?
Is that Uncle
all right.
Jerry?
I don't think so.
I like the caller Greg Hill. He made the caller Greg Hill deal. I like he does that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good sport. I like him. Hello.
Yeah, I just want to do a little experiment with Dave. I want to teach him how to speak Australian.
Sure.
Just a little question
Good
and answer.
microphone
with
for
Dave's
Dave.
Okay.
It's like calling. Isn't
Dave,
it?
so a simple trick is...
I forgot he was here.
Go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry.
So a simple trick is if you change the E to an I, you can pronounce it with an Australian accent. So, for instance, if you say Menners, if you replace the E with the I, what would you say, Dave?
Miners. Right?
Minners.
Minners, I would say.
Minners.
Minners, when you say or no?
Yeah,
Yeah, Minners
So-
is probably...
Yeah, so... All right, so what would you say if I said the word energy?
I'm not going to do it because I think he's trying to get me to say something.
Okay, I don't want to do
Yeah,
this. I have no experience. Take a real call. Would you? I know that you know they are, but Jesus Christ.
Miners Energy. Well, why would you if you were going to say Minners.
Let's not do this. Hello.
Minners
I don't care. You talk about BetterHelp too. Please be a good call so I can end the calls. Hello.
Sir, call me. Call the Blind Mike Project, will you?
Yeah. Go buy Mike.net, of course. Hello.
We'll dig in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Podcast Jesus.
Uh-huh.
I have a question.
Sure.
Actually, I just want to comment. Do you have a comment on Turtle Boy, who you seem to have some loyalty to, calling himself journalism Jesus?
I saw that. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I got no problem with that. I like Look, Turtle Boy had my back with Murchison when nobody else did. He can call himself whatever he wants.
Calling
No
himself
issue.
what? Journalism?
Journalism Jesus, yeah.
Oh.
That's funny. I got no problem with that.
Can I say something to Mick?
You can say something to Mick, sure.
What do you got?
Hey, I'm Mick. If you ever need help in this job, make sure you call the deacon.
Okay, I think we're good. I don't want to take any more calls. The fuck are we doing?
What
here?
is...
Shut up. All right. Jesus Christ. God. All right. How's your mental health, Mick?
Probably could be better.
You
but
struggle with it, don't you?
No.
Oh, you don't?
Not.
Oh, you should.
Everything's copacetic.
I'm not a fucking loser.
If I was you, I would be struggling if I was in your spot.
I've tried BetterHelp. I'll tell you that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
How's your waiting going? The waiting business.
What do you mean?
As a waiter. You're a waiter, right? Did you say?
Bartender, Kirk.
Oh, I'm sorry, a bartender.
Superstars of the working class. Come on.
Wow, we've had Dave from Hull and is he a bartender or a waiter, Dave from Hull?
Server.
Waiter?
He's a server.
He's a server. Yeah, he's
It's a
a server.
sad moment hearing Colleen's voice very soft in the background, confirming Dave from Hull's shit.
Hey, he makes over, what was it, $80,000 a year.
That might be the lowest
He got
moment
that
of
out there.
Colleen's career. He's had a lot of them. Just quickly, too, like immediately confirmed it. Waiter. The show is sponsored in part by BetterHelp. Of course, you fill a brief questionnaire online. You get matched with a licensed therapist. Do you go any therapy, Andy Mayo?
Oh, yeah, I go to therapy every 2 weeks.
Really? How's that going?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been going...
What's the big, is it Daddy Mayo or is it, what's the issue?
No, in terms of parents, now it's aging.
Yeah.
You know, like both...
I don't know, but yeah.
Everybody's still alive. My parents, the in-laws.
What are you laughing at, Mike?
That's a funny joke.
By me, thank you.
They're getting old.
Yeah. Oh, must be nice, yeah.
And mostly just like stress management, you know? It's like I'm in like a
I think you were
maintenance
your
phase.
parents babied you, I think.
I mean, I am the youngest.
Yeah, I can read the people
Yeah.
like books. Yeah, you're presented like a baby.
Why?
You just are. I can see your parents treating you like almost like Colleen's parents. Like, yeah, I could see it. I called it, didn't I?
Because you can see so much of my sock.
No,
right now?
just your presentation, the way you are. It's
Okay,
like a
yeah.
neediness that I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know.
yes.
What did your parents do?
My mom was an ICU nurse, and then
Okay.
she taught nursing.
Nice.
My dad worked in like the mental health field, helping people who had been hospitalized reacclimate to life, relearn life skills. And
It's like a solidly upper middle class upbringing.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Where, in Connecticut or no?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you live in Connecticut your whole
Thompson,
life.
Connecticut.
Thompson, Connecticut,
Yep.
home of that prep school.
Marionaplis.
Marionaplis
Yeah.
private school.
Yep.
Yes, I know well. You go off the highway, and it's right down there on the right.
Why do you know Marion? Did you play basketball?
I know
there?
everything. There's nothing I don't know. True or false? There's like, I know it well. Right over the state border.
Yeah.
Not far from Oxford. BetterHelp.com/Kirk10, BETTER. I did not play basketball there. BetterHelp.com/Kirk10. 10% off your first month. BetterHelp.com/Kirk10. The description link for producers only. BetterHelp is sponsored by the Kirk Minahan Show. Visit, get 10% off your first month. That's a PG read they want, so I gave it to them. Happy to do it. BlindMike.net, of which you're a subscriber, I hope, Andy?
Of course.
Good.
Thank you.
Are you a subscriber, Mick?
Yes, sir.
Is that actually true or not?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, boys.
Do you believe that, Mike?
I'm a gearhead.
No, but it's fine.
I'm a gearhead.
You're a gearhead?
Thank you, buddy.
What's going on there?
Blind Mike project this week will be we're sans Craig. It's a win-lose kind of thing because it's going to be Hack Ride's first appearance ever.
He's a bad boy.
So that'll be interesting.
I like Hack Ride.
And Why You Laughing is Windy City Heat this week. And then on Patreon, it's Colin Quinn. So
Patreon, Colin Quinn. Okay.
Keep a lookout for those.
I had an idea for one the other day. It slipped my mind. Let me think of it.
I'm thinking doing Gary Shandling soon.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Yes.
One of the greatest of all time.
I know there's a 9-hour documentary on him, so I was a little hesitant, but
Yeah, there's 2. Did you watch it?
not yet.
No,
I
it's
will for
good.
that.
It's the second part's. It's as usual. It's way too long.
I'll tighten it up.
Has the amazing Ricky Gervais scene though, where Shandling just rips him a new ass.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that or no?
I don't think so.
So he was doing. Gervais was doing something, and he was talking to different comedians about something. He goes to Shandling's house and surprises Shandling there.
Okay.
And Shandling wanted no part of it, and he's like, "Why are you always like this?" Gervais was so uncomfortable. He's like, "What do you mean?" He's
Yeah.
like, "That's exactly right." Like
Yeah.
Shandling was a genius.
He's a curmudgeon. He was good to Bo Burnham, though, in that green room thing.
Gary was? Gary
Yeah,
Shandling?
where he was giving Bo Burnham shit.
Yeah.
And Bo Burnham gave it back, and he's like, I like you.
Yeah, I
It's
could
a nice
see that.
moment.
I could see that. But Larry Sanders, fucking legitimate genius. Do you have anything to promote, Mick?
No, not at the moment. Just no. Beyond Average podcast. If you want to check it out.
Is that ongoing?
I haven't done one in a little while, but
How long's a little while?
it's been a minute.
I don't like that phrase.
It's been a little while. I would say at least January.
You're promoting a podcast that's not been on since January?
Yeah, I
Go
think
through the archives.
The last time I did one was right before I came in here.
You promote the Super Bowl here, Mike, the last one. Go watch it.
It plays on NFL Network all the time.
Maybe promote yourself, Mick.
What do you mean, Andy? Why don't
You're
you
here.
tell
You're
me
here.
how?
It's an audition.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I think he did fine. I
No,
think
he did.
know
I'm
that.
just saying he could.
What'd you say? What would you say,
close
Mike?
strong with a.
What would your grade be?
Being first up is a tough one.
Very
I thought
tough.
based on solely the moment, the Steve Shattuck moment, I thought he would come in with more news stories, maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought he did very well.
What do you think, Dave? Give Colleen the mic.
I would give him a B+.
B+. What are the down? Why not an A?
No, I just think he has to get used to this whole back end. Like
You're not
he's slow
endorsing
on the
him, though.
Well, I'm endorsing Justin.
Justin's got his endorsement.
Yeah,
Full
but
endorsement.
But he is. I didn't think of him the other night, and I feel like I knew he knew some of this stuff, so I should have thought of him.
Have you applied for any jobs during the show today while you've been looking at your computer and kind of had your head
I'm
down?
not.
What have you been doing?
I'm not. Seeing if he needed anything during the show, basically.
Does it feel weird being in this position or no?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I'd say I don't like it.
Do you wish you had do you want your old? Are you asking for your old job back?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Good.
But this spot is just kind of awkward. That's all.
What do you mean? Like, is it gonna be weird tomorrow with Montante here, or less weird? Because
Oh, that'll be fun.
No, probably the same weird. Probably the same weird. But
Montante
I feel like
and Clemmer tomorrow.
Interesting.
Should be interesting. I don't know.
I feel like Montante doesn't know this stuff, so I don't know if you're gonna really.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Like you have to help him out, I think, a lot.
Yeah.
But he's fine. He's showing up.
Yeah.
All right.
But is there a ton to do back there during the show?
I don't know.
Other than getting like the calls up, obviously, and shit like that. But
where the show's going, Dave, is there much to do?
When it's fully live,
Yeah.
so he's
Yeah.
playing the clips like he did, which I think was good because he played the clips.
Yeah. Other than that,
without
though, like right now, is there anything to do?
no, you're just making sure it's
recording,
still
right?
live, it's recording,
Right.
phone lines are working, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So tomorrow, Montante and Chris Clemmer will be here. Anything you need to promote, Andy? Is there
No,
anything
nothing to promote.
You're not part of the Kirk Minahan network?
I went on with Menners
Mm-hmm.
after the Plymouth,
Okay.
But I was very nervous because I didn't want you to be mad at me. So
Well, you criticized the show. You sent me a message saying how great it was, and you criticized the show.
I don't agree with that assessment.
Critical. That was fine.
What'd you say?
I don't remember. I was jumping around.
I said there were some sound issues.
Disagree. I don't agree with that.
The network. I'm glad to see the network back.
I like to see some more shows there.
Yeah.
See a little more action. You used to have a show, didn't you? I was on your show.
Yes.
You're not doing that, though.
Nickels worth of free advice.
You like that title, didn't you? Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Actually, I do like that title.
Good.
It's a great title.
Excellent. Yeah. Is there anything? I think that guy who diagnoses people was doing something coming up or something. I forget.
Yeah, that's kind of a.
I haven't listened to it yet.
I haven't listened to it either. I like the premise, though.
I don't like sick stuff. It makes me feel sick. So I don't know if I can listen to it. But anyway, tomorrow, Clemmer's here. Montante's here. Colinane's here. Tomorrow, and if you want, I think there are tickets still available actually at the House of Blues thing. If you want, I'll be there. I'm happy to take pictures, do whatever. All the Barstool people. I will say whatever you want. Like Portnoy is great. He's always said this. Like he'll take a picture, he'll sign off. Everyone's going to do stuff like that. I think everyone's except for Mike, who's ever been at the Barstool, is going to be there.
That can't be true.
I think it's true. I think I saw the list. Everyone who's the least likely. Oh, I guess Rappaport, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
and who's the other? No, but the guy Portnoy hates the most is that nobody. He worked for Pardon My Take. Jesus, Call Her Daddy during the.
Oh yes, that guy.
I'm calling him Luge.
There's also guys you wouldn't really know, like that guy Lewis that I worked with.
Yeah.
Like he was the first salesman, pretty much.
Yes,
sales guy. I guess. I think that guy like
he came
screwed
up,
the company.
He came
out
up
a
the
bunch
other
of money
day in a
and-
conversation they were talking about when he was on with Kevin. It's funny you
I
mentioned
think he
that.
turned
Yeah,
out to be a scumbag or something.
Yeah.
I know Portnoy hated him for a while. I assume
Right.
he still does.
Yeah, what's that guy's name? Muj?
Yeah.
Am I getting that right?
That sounds-
Unbelievably?
yeah, sounds right. Muj.
And he worked with the other girl, right, or no?
I think he still does, right? Or
Oh, does he?
He helped facilitate the breakup and kind of was like.
I'm like Sophia Franklin.
I didn't know
I don't
that.
think Sophia Franklin will be there tomorrow night.
Nope, that's another one. Yeah, Alex Cooper as well.
Yeah, she probably won't be there.
McAfee?
Who?
Pat McAfee.
McAfee.
John McAfee.
It's amazing.
I'm really only aware of him because of you guys.
It's amazing Mike got that correct. It was like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't think he'll be there, no. But I don't think they have any bad blood.
Is Erica? Where's Erica at after?
She's the CEO of the company.
Yeah, but is
I asked that the other night.
I actually think she's in a more now that Dave's in charge of the like you actually need her more. I think as a CEO because Dave's going to be so all over the place.
so they're good.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't-
'Cause now
contract wise, I've dealt with her as much as always. So yeah,
Okay.
I was texting her. Yeah, she'll be there tomorrow for sure.
My logic for asking was more like, is this a smaller company?
Yeah,
Do they need
I get
Erica?
that.
You know?
But I mean, it's still a size of a company where you need a CEO though.
Right.
I think my issue with Erica, not issue with Erica. My question for Erica would be, like, does she want to now go somewhere where she can make more money? Like
Right.
another place that's going to go public. You just get more stock.
yeah.
Like my dad would do that. He'd go from place to place, whether it was obviously he was in D.C. working in the different presidential administrations, but it was a different situation.
He was just lunching with his buddies then.
My dad had dinner. No, he had lunch with Gerald Ford.
There it
Okay.
is.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Every Wednesday they would have lunch together. It's always weird. My dad would say, "Yeah, Seamus, I'm having lunch with President Ford again today." I'm like, "Can you invite me once, Dad? This is out of control."
He called you Seamus?
Well, he was mad at me to call me Seamus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Seamus, did you do your homework? Go upstairs right now and finish your homework. He was like Vince McMahon before Vince McMahon. Like when Vince would get mad, you go to hell. My dad would be like that. And it's scary when you're little, but it's fun. You'll find out with your kids. Like they laugh at you. It's like I could never yell. My kids would laugh at me now.
Yeah, your dad said, "President Nixon, you're fired."
Jimmy Carter, no chance in hell. Anyway, all right. Anything else, Dave, on your end?
All good.
No. How are we doing that thing from yesterday?
The event?
Soccer,
I think we're
yeah.
in good position, I think.
When are we going to announce that?
As soon as the ticketing end is built.
Are you comfortable with that being your goodbye show? You'll be in attendance, I'm saying. Yeah. You're not going to do this thing. Let's not. You'll be in attendance.
No, I'm comfortable. I'm just like, I'm in a weird spot with this atmosphere. That's all.
So let's talk it out. We're here. What?
Yeah. This is just a weird, it's uncomfortable now.
Would you rather just quit now?
No.
If it makes you more comfortable, I'm dead serious. I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, think through it. It's just, it is a weird thing to be here while then you're talking about it, just honestly. And then thinking about as far out as Sacco. It's like, holy fuck, am I going to be doing this every day for 30
Probably won't be a
days?
subject every day for a
like
month.
I said, is the gig.
Oh,
whether you
no,
like
in
it,
this
yeah.
show, definitely not, Mike.
Yeah.
It'll come up, but as much as like Mick comes up.
I spent a lot of time in the AL East. The playoffs are coming up. Who's MVP this year? Yeah, but I mean, I feel like it's being done cordially. All kidding aside,
It is.
I don't.
Yeah, I agree.
I think. Who would you? If I said to you right now, who are the 3 top candidates for the job? Who would you say?
Mick came out of nowhere.
There are only really 3 candidates.
I actually
I know,
really
Mike,
like.
I'm just trying to see if you can do it.
Yeah. No, I'll go Justin 1.
Justin 1.
I'm gonna give Mick 2, just purely because I saw this and I actually think it could work. And
Right.
then I do like Tommy Quinlan, and I think he knows the show.
Just shot him
Over Montante. Wow.
I just don't.
I was wrong.
It's more about I don't think you're gonna end up wanting Montante. Is my thing.
Montante just screams like nervous, sweaty energy to me. Like I don't. Is Montante gonna work like a dog?
All things considered, I don't see him as a nervous guy.
He sweats a lot.
Sure.
That's probably
He is like really active all the time.
Like I don't like but I also don't like he's a blabbermouth.
Oh, that'll be tough. Loose lips.
That's a legitimate thing, I think.
He's too much of a grown man. No offense, Mick.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
like a young guy.
No, Mick looks like
Montante's he's too much of his own man.
Yeah, Mick looks like a kid. Something went wrong.
Yeah.
He looks like Frankie Muniz.
Yeah, he looks like I said, he looks like allergic, when Jerry Lewis had the prednisone thing in his space board.
You think Montante's too put together? That's your
Yeah, Montante, I think he's too polished.
Yeah.
I just think he's too smart and too put together. For
I
the
understand.
job. But he's he's not gonna. Is Montante gonna be up at 4:00 in the morning? Mick, how much are you gonna sleep once you get this job?
I didn't sleep at all last night. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't need these guys. Sleep's for the week.
I slept like a baby.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought you said you had like diarrhea or something.
I mean, that's constant.
What are you laughing at?
What an image.
Hey Mick, can we get a quick he said yes yesterday?
Would Mayo do the show? Would you do it for 7 hours if we just kept talking? Right?
Yes. Yeah.
He got so excited when he was like, let's talk it out.
Yeah. I really did.
Now I feel bad for. I don't want Colleen to feel uncomfortable either, though.
No, but I don't think you could have predicted it. It's just a weird spot.
Predicted what?
Like that it's uncomfortable to be here.
No,
to the
I can
side
see.
and
I can
then
see where you're
not.
coming from, but like I thought you were talking about he'd interview these people, and this is gonna be a collaboration, and sort of it's gonna be you get your new job. Good luck, and a new guy comes in.
Yeah, but
like the last show, I want when we do this live show in the drive-in theater in Saco in a month or whatever. We say goodbye to you. We announce a new guy, and you literally put like a crown on the guy's head. That kind
I wouldn't
of
mind
thing.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Maybe do something together, don't you think, Mike?
It's a nice moment.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a guy
or a woman. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. Neither one of them going to have genitalia anyway because I'm removing it. So it's a they. It doesn't matter to me either way.
Will Steve be there like when you have all the living presidents in the same place?
It's a good question. My dad never had lunch with Steve. I think he would have liked. I think he actually would have liked that.
Yeah, probably.
I think he would have been amused by Steve.
I think Steve's a great parents guy.
Yeah, like Steve's Steve's a friend that the parents would like.
Good small talker. Yeah.
Like even Mayo, I think Mayo seems like the kind of guy that like when he was younger. Like when the kids were outside to play, he would just want to talk to the friend's mom.
He'd have tea
in
with
the
anybody's mom.
Oreos. Like, just gossip.
Parents have always loved me.
Yeah, just be like, oh, what's going on like in the neighborhood with this guy?
The
Why is he doing
substitute
that?
teacher knew, like the teacher would leave a note, like you can count on Andy to tell you the truth.
He is that kind of
He's
guy.
a worm.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get it now. Why people
just
think
a rat.
Yeah, I understand.
We heard from this person about Thursday, Dave. This dotting the i's, crossing the t's.
We've not heard from her. No.
When did you reach out to her?
As soon as you said it.
Via email?
Yes.
That's not good. That's not the dotting the i's, crossing the t's answer. Is
I
it?
had booked. What was his wording in the email? He's a legend. He's a legend guy. Was almost set to come in on Thursday.
Who's that?
The cousin of the guy who was on with
The
Yellow
guy who took all the
Shirt.
pictures with athletes?
Yes.
Oh, we could slot him in.
You put him in the maybe pile.
Let's slot him in for now. But if this person seems like there's a real dotting the i's, crossing the t's person.
Yes, but that person is also not going to be the producer. So you have two people in on
I
Thursday.
understand. Who's the other one?
I thought you said Jeff and maybe somebody else.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe. Well, I'm
They're
just saying,
saying she will
we'll
be
be there
back
tomorrow night. And if somebody wants to come in, we'll just do it. Like, I don't know if Riggs is around. I don't know if Dave, I don't know if Portnoy's around. I don't know if Dan's around. I'm saying if somebody wants to go from Boston to Watertown, they can do that pretty easily, I think. So we'll see. I don't know. There's who could be Casey Smith. It could be anybody. It could be Jared Carabas.
I was going to say, when's Jared going to be in here?
Well, I mean, he's hit every other fucking
taking
show
so
at
long.
Barstool.
Yeah.
I don't want, it's embarrassing at this point.
When Carabas comes back, does that mean you're done with the random fans coming in?
No. I don't think he's going to be on every week. He's
Especially now during baseball season. That was the issue before.
Yeah, and he doesn't work for the company anymore. No.
For the foreseeable future, you still going to bring in the fans like this? Nice.
That's permanent.
I like
I
it.
don't know why that would change.
I like it a lot.
Good. Oh, good. Thank God. There's moments like you saying 11.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Mick, great job.
Thank you, sir.
Dave, hang in there. Go to blindmike.net, of course, anytime you want. Go listen to the latest episode of Beyond Average Podcast, January.
That's right.
Is that 2023?
2022.
Is that really true?
No.
Oh, okay, boy, Mike, I don't know. What do you think? B plus, Dave?
Zing.
My spot for zingers is done.
Montante's in the top 3 now. Do you think Colney will be the kind of guy, Mike, who is around though, like around?
No, he really wasn't when he worked for Jerry.
I know, but he's been part of the show now for 2 years. He's working for Jerry, who was kind of an enemy.
I suppose.
Like you think Dave wouldn't like do like a video for a live show?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He'll do stuff like
Think that kind of relationship will still be there, Dave, or no?
I think so, probably.
Absolutely.
Ooh, wow. See how he's, I don't know.
In 8 months or whatever, yeah, I don't see why not.
Let's just, let's all get lunch after the show. You guys in? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Mike, you in?
Andy's, even though he's still here, he's turning around in his car like Clemmer did that time.
Jesus, Clemmer tomorrow. Christ. All right, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye. All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Kirk.
See you. Have a good day.
You too.